Good afternoon. My name is Richard. This is over and over and over again. This is Matchday Live. It is, of course, the Arsenal women in action today away at Manchester United. It's a really, really big game. It is going to be great stuff, isn't it? So come with us and let's enjoy this fantastic women's game. So, of course, we know now, don't we, that Renee Slager is going to be in charge for the next 5 games until the next international break, at least. So we need to get settled with that. And this is the team that she has gone with today. This is the lineup that she's gone with. So in goal in it is Daphne Van Domselaar, the back four, Emily Fox, Leah Williamson, Steph Catley and Katie McCabe. In midfield, Leah Volti, Kim Little and Frida Marnham. And then the front three, Mariona Caldente, Alessia Russo and Caitlin Ford. On the bench then for Arsenal, it's Manu Zinsberger, Leah Cadena, Katie Reid, Kyra Cooney-Cross, Katarina Cole, Rosa Kafaji, Lena Hurtig, Beth Mead and Stina Black-Stenius. What are we making of that team lineup then? Not what I was hoping for, if I'm honest. We'll talk about that in a minute. The Manchester United team then in goal it is Fallon, Tullis, Joyce, they're back for Maya Letitia, Millie Turner, Dominique Janssen and Gabby Jules. In midfield, it's O'Famanian, Lisa Nelsons and Grace Clinton. And their front three is Ella Toon, Elizabeth Turland and Celine Bizet. On the bench then for them is the goalkeeper, Sophia Middleton Patel, Hayley Ladd, Hanatu, May Azawa, Joffy Riviere, Sammy Awoju, Emma Watson, Gace, Rachel Williams and Melvin Mallard. So what do we make of the team then? I'm a little bit disappointed with it, if I'm totally honest. I'm a little bit disappointed with the team. I think we're all maybe hoping to see a little bit more energy in midfield. Kyra Cooney-Cross, for example. I would like to have seen her in there. Kim Little and Leah Volti. I don't think the two of them together are a good partnership anymore. I think we need a little bit more legs in there. I would have gone with that. I'd like to see maybe Mariona playing in Frida Marnham's number 10 sort of role, and then maybe put in Stina and Leslie together in that front three. But anyway, it is what it is. It's obviously it's a good team. A little bit weird defensively as well. Why are we playing Steph Catley as a centre back when we've got 2 centre backs on the bench in Leah Cadena, who's been playing pretty well, Katie Reid, who's a great young prospect as well? Seems strange to be playing 2 left backs in the back four. I'm not sure about that either. It works at West Ham, but this is Man United. They're a little bit better than West Ham, aren't they? So yeah, a few questions there over the team lineup, but obviously it's a very good team with very good players. And if we can get that blend and balance right today, we can win this game. And we need to win this game, don't we? Let's be honest. We've dropped far too many points already, as we know, in the league this season. We can't afford to drop too many more. We have to win this game, ideally. Would we take a draw? Yeah, we probably would. But again, that sort of depends on how the game goes, doesn't it? Because I always feel as though if you're winning the game and you end up drawing, you're disappointed, aren't you? Whereas if you have to come from behind and get a draw, you're probably reasonably happy. So it's one of them, and let's see what happens. Greg says, afternoon, everyone. Here we go. Nothing but a win today. Yeah, I would agree with you, my friend. We've got Walter. If anyone can understand what that means there, El Partido Enzanvino. I'm not sure what that means. If anybody knows and can reply to Walter, please let me know. Joanne says, not much, stuck in Jonas mode. Yeah, we are stuck in, but then that's obvious, isn't it? We've got, Renee has worked under Jonas, not just at Arsenal, but prior as well. So obviously, people were saying, oh, what if we win these games when she's in charge? Does she keep the job? No, for me, she doesn't keep the job. The reason why she doesn't keep the job is because it's just, we might as well have just kept Jonas. Which I wouldn't necessarily mind it, but if you're going to make the change, make the complete change. Get somebody new in with new ideas to freshen it up, and I think that's what we need to do, and that's what I would like to see happen now. So Renee seems very good. She seems as though she knows what she's doing, and fair play to her, but she's just basically picking the same. It's the same as when Jonas was here. So the likelihood is that we're not going to see too many changes in the way that we play. We haven't done so far. And I want to see. I think what we need is a complete change, don't we? And that complete change will obviously be bringing a new manager in, whether it's Nick Cushing or whether it's somebody else that we don't know about yet. Greg says, surprised Catley in for Cody. Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised that we're playing Steph as... I would actually play Steph at left back, personally. And then would that be leaving Katie McCabe out? I mean, that's the issue, isn't it? No manager at Arsenal seems to want to leave Katie McCabe out for whatever reason, and she's a great player. But sometimes you've got to look at the formation of the team, the players you've got available, and think, well, who's going to be the best bet in the different positions? Obviously, Katie can play further up the pitch. She could play in Caitlin Ford's position, for example, but Caitlin's been playing well. So, we don't pick the team. It's easy for us to sit here and say, this is what we should do. If we win this game, then obviously the manager will get the respect that she will deserve for picking the right team and getting the tactics right. But if we don't win the game, questions would have to be asked, because that's what we have to do as fans, don't we? If we don't question things, then things would never change, would they? So anyway. Angie's well said, Ange, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Greg saying hello to Ange, as is Joanne. Good stuff. So we're getting ready to kick off. The teams are in the tunnel, just about to come out onto the pitch here this afternoon at the Leigh Sports Village. It looks like a very, very big crowd for a big game. The two teams, of course, we've been battling with Manchester United for that third spot, haven't we, for the last few seasons? I know in the end, last year they came fifth, didn't they? Because Liverpool sneaked in ahead of them. But they did win the FA Cup. So I suppose that's a compensation for them, isn't it? We'd like to win that, wouldn't we? Greg says, I think it's time we left out Kim. She's lost a yard or two this season. No, I would agree. I think we'd like to have seen Kyra Cooney crossing there for energy. And of course, it's good to have great players on the bench who can come on and make a difference, as they did in the last game against West Ham. Rosa Steiner, we got Beth on the bench, Lena Hurtig, obviously Kyra as well. So we've got game changers on the bench, which I think is important. Anyway, the teams are coming out here in the Leigh Sports Village, and obviously Arsenal will be in the same kit that we wore against West Ham, the sort of light blue, purpley one. Manchester United, of course, in their traditional home kit, as you would expect. Miss Pink Sock says, "Hey everyone, it's freaking early here in Vancouver. Is it? It's quite early here actually. We've been and done a race. We've run a race this morning, and we just got back." Joaz says, "Score 2-1 tight game, sub save." Yeah, it may well be the case. I think we'll win. I said the other night on the show, I think we'll win. Yes, 2-1 is what I predicted. I'm going to stick with that because, well, why not? I'm not. Totally, it wasn't the team lineup I was expecting. So, yeah, I'm a little bit shocked about that. But I still think I'm going to go 2-1. Yeah, get your score predictions in, guys, please, everyone. See what you think. See if anybody can get the score right today. Hopefully, we'll win, and that's the main thing. Regardless of what the score is, it doesn't matter too much. I'll take a scrappy 1-0 or a 2-1, whatever. I don't mind. As long as we win the game, I think that's the most important thing, isn't it? We have to make sure that we get it right. We can't afford these slip-ups that we've already had too many of. 2 draws and 1 defeat, which doesn't sound too bad when you say it like that. But when we've only played, 6 or 7 games, it's a lot of points to have dropped. We can't afford to drop too many more. So let's see where we are. But, yeah, the team lineup's what it is. I'm sure we'll see some changes as we go through. Hopefully we won't need too many changes because we'll be winning the game anyway, but I'm sure we will. Greg says, I still think 4-1 or 5-1. Wow, well, I mean, that's fantastic. And if that was the score, that would be great. But I don't know, having looked at our team, I don't think the balance is quite right. And that's something that obviously they've worked on it in training, I'm sure, but I don't think the balance doesn't look to be right to me. I don't think the balance in midfield's right. I don't think the balance in the front three is right. I think that, we need something different. Okay, yeah, I mean, Beth's been left out today. She's not been in the best of form anyway, let's be honest. But I don't know. The new manager coming in has got a difficult job in the sense that we've got a very good squad of great players. It's just getting the balance right, isn't it? And sometimes I think that what's happened in the last year or so under Jonas is that balance hasn't quite been right, has it, in any area of the pitch. The midfield balance hasn't always been right. The front three haven't always been the right balance between them. And it's just a matter of finding that, getting that right, isn't it? The new manager got to come in and do that, and they're not going to have any time to mess around and practice and experiment. Sorry, because we're in a position now where we can't afford to drop too many more points. We've got to hit the ground running, and obviously today, we've got this interim managers for Renee now for a few more games, and basically she's got to get it right. Anyway, the referee is Kirsty Dowell, of course, one of the top referees in the WSL. Hopefully, there's going to be no refereeing nonsense. It's going to be Manchester United to kick off. Of course, Leigh Russo starting against her former club. It's going to be her best friend, Ella Toon, who's going to be taking the kickoff here. Leah Williamson in the Arsenal team again. Of course, she's had her struggles, hasn't she? Playing for Arsenal and playing for England. She did score, of course, for the Lionesses. In the most recent game against South Africa during the week, which wasn't her greatest performance, to be honest. We know that she made some mistakes in that game, and she's been making some mistakes for Arsenal. It's going to be Man United to kick off. They'll be attacking the goal to her right in this first half. Arsenal, of course, will be taking the goal to her left. It's going to be Man United to kick off. It is going to be Ella Toon wearing number 7 for Manchester United. Joanne says would like to have seen Kafaji playing. I think at the moment she's a good impact player to come off the bench. I'm glad that's where she is for the time being. She can make an impact as she did at West Ham. Is she quite ready to start a game? I'm not sure. I think her individual style is something that maybe doesn't fit in with a team pattern. So maybe I can understand why she's not starting games. But yeah, I'm sure she'll come on and play a part. And also won the ball back high up the pitch. It was Katie McCabe with the tackle, but now Manchester United have picked up the ball again, play it out to that far side, looking to come forward. But again, Arsenal won the ball. That was a good tackle actually there from Leah Volti. Does well there, touches it off to Kim Little. So I just think that partnership between those two is a little bit stale now. I think it needs freshening up. It needs fresh legs in there. I'm sure had Vicky Pelova been fit, she would potentially have been playing anyway, because she'd be one of the first names on the sheet, you'd imagine, when she's fit. Anyway, Steph Catley playing centre-back, plays it forward to Katie McCabe. She loses the ball, but Mariona wins it back, and Arsenal back in possession inside the centre circle. Leah Volti plays it out to Emily Fox over on that far side. Arsenal's right, plays it up the line, looking for the run now of Frida Mana, but it's gone out. It's going to be a throw to Manchester United over on that far side. We've played a minute and a half at the Leigh Sports Village, still 0-0. Johnny says, is this for people with no TV? Well, no, it's not only people with no TV, it's people that don't want to listen to the crap commentary on the TV and listen to this, or it's people without a TV, people that can't watch the game. Exactly, that's what it's for. Or for anybody who just wants to join in. You can be part of the show, you see. You can join, you can put your comments on, we can just talk about what you want to talk about as well. Anyway, so throw to Manchester United over on at the far side. Gabby George takes it, the Manchester United left back. She was, of course, in the England squad, wasn't she, till her injury. And she hasn't really got back in now. Of course, England have got a problem at left back. And, I think Gabby George could be a good option in that position. Anyway, she's going to take this throw for Manchester United again up that far side. It's Arsenal winning the header with Emily Fox, and now Arsenal picks up possession. A bit scrappy, this game, at the early stages here. Manchester United are coming forward now. For the first time, it's Mannion plays that ball in towards the far post, headed out well by Leah Williamson. And the clearance is then completed by Caitlin Ford over on that far side. Anyway, Manchester United now coming forward again. It's a low cross, good defending that was there from Emily Fox. It was Gabby George getting forward. I think it's a corner to Manchester United. We've got an opponent says, I'm in Austria and it won't show live on YouTube. No, it probably won't do. Terry's Bill said, my friend, good to see you. Hope you are doing well. Hopefully the women are going to brighten up the weekend after the men's disgraceful performance yesterday at Newcastle. And the women need to sort their act out, don't they? This corner comes in. It's gone deep towards the far post. It's headed behind. It's going to be, is that a goal kick? No, it's another corner. Millie Turner it was. Scored, of course, in that game at the Emirates a couple of seasons ago when Manchester United came back to win 3-2. She got the equaliser, didn't she? And then it was Leigh Russo, of course, with a winning goal when she was playing for Manchester United on that particular occasion. Now, of course, playing for the better team of the two, of course, she is. Miss Pink's saying hi to Terry and hi to Joanne as well. And its corner comes in, Gabby George from this near side. Again, it's very deep. It's flicked on by a Manchester United head, actually comes to the edge of the box. Manchester United put some early pressure on. A cross comes in, headed out again. That was by Steph Catley. But again, Manchester United have won the ball back. Ella Toone just touches it off to Mannion, and Man United have started this game quite well. Of course, you remember last year's game here? That was early in the season, wasn't it? Where we did lead early on with Stina Blackstenius' great goal. And then there was some calamitous defending and goalkeeping actually from Sabrina D'Angelo. Gifted Manchester United an equaliser. Then they did lead in the last 10 minutes. But it was that great goal from Chloe Lacasse. We do, of course, wish Chloe all the best following her ACL injury that she suffered this week. So, yeah, all the best to her, of course. Former player and Viv Miedemar, as well as had to have a knee operation again. So she's still not quite fit, is she, Viv? But we don't care too much about that now, do we? Now she's playing for a rival. Anyway, Man United are coming forward again. Mannion plays it forward. And Manchester United are looking quite good in this early part of this game. They're coming forward now. Shot from distance there, but it's a comfortable save for Daphne Van Domselaar. That was Ella Toone with the effort. The Arsenal goalkeeper's all in yellow, which actually matches the ball because the ball's bright yellow as well. So it kind of gets lost in her kit then when she grabs the ball. But that was a comfortable save, wasn't it? Straight into her arms there. Ella Toone shot from distance. Not quite as good as some of her goals for some of her shots for England over the last couple of years. But like many of the Lioness players, didn't actually play that well in the two international games. It's just recently gone. Anyway, Steph Catley now plays the ball long forward. That's a good ball as well. Leslie Russo takes it in her stride. She's been forced very wide actually by Maya Letitia, who's a Manchester United captain, not missed a WSL game for nearly 4 years. And then it was Bizet trying to bring the ball forward. She's played for Tottenham. It has gone out for a throw. But Leslie Russo there, the first opportunity really to have a run there, got in behind. It was good defending from Maya Letitia. In fact, look, it may have been a foul. The referee said no. And then Manchester United did run the ball out of play. And it is a throw to Arsenal. But it wasn't. It was a throw to Manchester United. It looked like the ball had gone out of play before then. Anyway, it is a Manchester United throw, which Mannion's going to take on his near side. Looks like she's actually playing right back. And Dominique Janssen's playing in midfield, of course, former Arsenal player. And there's a foul there by Bizet on Mariona Caldente. Little cynical trip there. See, that's the kind of thing that later on in the game would get you a yellow card, but not at this early point in the game, which I always find a little bit strange. It's exactly the same foul, whether it's committed in the first 5 minutes or the last 5 minutes. Anyway, but we played 6 minutes as it happens. Anyway, this ball now played out to this near side. Katie McCabe, can she get a cross in? She does get a cross in, but it's a poor one from Katie McCabe. It's gone behind for a goal kick to Manchester United. Really poor cross. Unusually for Katie McCabe because her deliveries are generally pretty good with that left foot. Good play out there. That was a good ball out there from Leah Volti it was. And then, oh, that's a terrible cross. Got her body shape all wrong. And it's gone behind. It's a nice kit, this. I suppose it's the third kit technically, isn't it? It is a nice kit. The blue and a little bit of sort of pinky purple in it. The dark blue shorts. It is a nice kit. Terry says, hit that like button. Pathetic show. On the thumb button at the moment. Yeah, I don't know how many are on there. Yeah, so try and get your likes in, guys. Come on, get your likes in early. It does lead. The more likes tend to lead to more goals. We do know that, don't we? Which is good stuff. So, also coming forward now. Leslie Russo with a shot. Oh, pulled it just wide from the edge of the box. She'd love to score, wouldn't she? Against her former team here today. Rajan was with us. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Hope you're well. Enjoying this early Sunday kickoff, which I know some people don't like. I said we've been out and done a run this morning. We've already been out and done a run and come back. A little race that we did, which was good. There'll be a video on the other channel of that later on this afternoon when this is finished. I can edit it. Arsenal now they're coming forward over on the far side. Cross comes into the box, looking there for Mariona Caldente. It's headed away. But Arsenal have picked up the second ball. Now it's back with Steph Catley. Gets out to this near side. Katie McCabe plays it into Mariona Caldente. Turns away and gets the ball to Emily Fox. This is good play from Arsenal, actually. This is really good play. The cross comes in from that far side. It comes into the box to Frida Marnham, but she couldn't quite get the shot away. She maybe needed to shoot first time there. Gabby George, it was, came across and cleared it away. Miss Pink Sock says, love this kit. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think it's a really smart kit. It's one of the best ones that we've had, I think, for a while. It's really nice. I think this one looks more suited to the women's team, I think, than the men's team. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward again. Caitlin Ford just inside the box, touches it off to Leah Volti. Can she get the shot away? Plays out to that far side. The cross comes in from Frida Marnham, headed out. Was looking for Leigh Russo there at the near post. The pressure now is with Arsenal. Emily Fox's cross. Again, it's headed out by Manchester United. And Arsenal just starting to get on top here, and bit of indecision at the back there. Leah Williamson didn't seem to want to come for that ball. Kim Little wanted her to, and in the end, Kim Little was probably going to get herself a yellow card there for a pullback on, was it Dominic Janssen there trying to break forward there for Manchester United. Leah Williams needed to come and deal with that, and she didn't. And because she didn't, it was Elizabeth Turley actually. I mean, Leah Williams did get her in the end. She seemed very tentative though, didn't she? And Kim Little's got herself a yellow card very early in this game. 9.5 minutes played. Man United 0, Arsenal 0 at the Leigh Sports Village. Leigh Williams does better there, gets the ball clear now. Arsenal got a little bit of space to come forward over on that far side. Really good play from Caitlin Ford. Gets away from a couple of challenges, and then surely she's fouled. She is fouled. It is going to be a free kick to Arsenal. That was Grace Clinton. Of course, had a great performance for England, didn't she, the other night against South Africa. Got herself a goal. Probably one of the bright spots for England in that game. In fact, it looks like she actually got the ball there. So I don't know if you think that was a foul. Anyway, it was from behind, so I suppose that's probably why it was given as a free kick. But she did get the ball there, Grace Clinton. And it's a good opportunity for Arsenal. Free kick. It's about midway inside the Manchester United half. Just over on that far side is Frida Marnham and Katie McCabe over it. Obviously, Katie with that left foot might be favourite here to swing that in. Man United lined up on the edge of the penalty area. It's actually Frida Marnham plays. It's a good ball. Oh, goes all the way through to the far post. It was actually kept in by Caitlin Ford, but Manchester United can clear it away. Really dangerous ball it was. And in the end, Arsenal picked the ball up again. And we've started to get on top now. 10, 11 minutes played here at Leigh Sports Village. Terry said, how many people just lost their bet on Katie getting the first card? It was Kimmy, exactly, yeah. Of course, Katie McCabe's only red card of her Arsenal career did come against Manchester United, of course, at Meadow Park a couple of years ago. It was actually Stina Blackstein's got her first goal that day for Arsenal. She just joined us. We drew 1-1. Royston says the women can't do worse than the men. Come on, you women. Well, they could. I mean, I'm hoping that they won't do, because they'd have to be really poor to be worse than the men yesterday. That's terrible, wasn't it? But not surprising, if I'm honest. Anyway, let's see what happens here. Arsenal got the ball on the edge of the box. Shot comes in. Oh, it's at the top of the crossbar. Leigh Russo it was. She looks up for this game. She looks hungry, obviously, against her former club. And she did well there. The shot looks like it took a deflection onto the crossbar. There may well have been an offside, actually, against... not sure who that was. Anyway, it did fall to Leigh Russo. No shot from the edge of the box. It did take a deflection, hit the top of the crossbar there. Almost the breakthrough for Arsenal. It was good defending actually by Millie Turner. It is a corner to Arsenal. Leigh Russo coming really, really close. Greg says Russo looks like she's desperate to score today. Well, I'm sure she is against her. But you always try a little bit harder against your former club, don't you? That corner comes in. It's not a bad corner, but no one for Arsenal can get their head on it. And it's going to run all the way through. It's gone out for a goal kick on this near side. We've got Grot with us. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. And says, got to be Russo goal loading. It looks like it at the moment, doesn't it? She seems to be really fired up for this game. Of course she's going to be. I say, your former club, you want to do your best against them, don't you? Anyway, I mentioned I've taken that goal kick. Trying to come forward with Bezo on this near side, but she's lost out. That was good play, actually, there from Leah Volti. In fact, the referee's given a free kick to Manchester United. Surely that was a foul on Leah Volti, wasn't it? Anyway, it's a free kick to Manchester United. We've played 13 minutes. It is still 0-0. In fact, it was Katie McCabe. And the referee, because it was Katie McCabe, the referee gave a free kick to Manchester United, because Katie McCabe obviously must have committed a foul. She can't possibly do anything else, can she? Anyway, Steph Catty does well there. Good piece of defending. Leah Williamson tidies it up. Kim Little steps in and had a ball back to Leah Williamson again. This time she goes long. It's just a loose ball, really picked up by Gabby George over on that far side. Now Manchester United coming forward, slips into the box there. Good defending though there from Emily Fox. It's gone out for a throw to Manchester United. Miss Pinksock says, Russo going to score, can feel it. Yeah, you do get that feeling. She looks really, really up for this game. But you'd expect her to be up for this game, wouldn't you? Let's be honest. Gabby George takes that throw. Sure, that's an offside over on that far side. It is an offside. It had to be an offside. And Arsenal got a free kick. It was Ella Toon who was offside. I'm sure her and Leigh Russo will be enjoying a drink together after the game. Hopefully, Leigh will be talking about the goals that she scored. And Ella, of course, won't be. Anyway, we played 14 minutes, still 0-0. Not too much goalmouth action as yet. Arsenal come the closest to scoring when Leigh Russo's shot was deflected onto the top of the cross ball. Katie McCabe just lost out on the edge of the Arsenal penalty. And Manchester United now looking to try to make us pay. The ball comes out to Beezer. It's gone back to Mannion. Manchester United now having a little spell of possession. Arsenal have been playing well for the last 5 minutes or so. Millie Turner now bringing the ball forward for Manchester United to play it out to that far side to Gabby George. It's back in to Turner again. And it's a long ball over the top, but it's going to just go straight out for a goal kick to Arsenal. Good defending that was just before, though, by Emily Fox. And so far, very little to choose between the sides. Arsenal maybe just slightly on top, but Manchester United had a good spell there. And Renee is out of a seat to give some instructions. Grotzer, I don't understand their game plan. It's just like the men's team. Play your way into the penalty box and then play some more passes instead of taking a shot. Yeah, I agree. It does seem like that. Grotzer, at this level, they must be able to strike the ball more than 10 meters. Well, they absolutely can. We've seen it happen. We've seen goals scored from distance. But it seems to be, I think modern football, and it's not just an Arsenal issue. I think it's modern football seems to be about keeping possession of the ball, and obviously taking a shot from the edge of the box. It's a little bit of a risk, isn't it? Because yes, 1 or 2 might fly in, but probably 8 or 9 are going to go over the crossbar or going to go straight to the goalkeeper, or it's going to hit a defender, and then there's a turnover of possession, and that seems to be what coaches these days and teams want to avoid is losing possession of the ball. But to me, on the edge of the box, if you've got to win games, you've got to take a risk. Anyway, Russo here plays it up this near side for Creeda Marnham's cross. It's all the way across the box. Nobody was in there to get the finishing touch on it. I may not have given the ball away again, and so did Emily Fox. A little bit scrappy there. And Manchester United have picked the ball up now. They're trying to come forward themselves over on that far side. That's a ball over the top. It's a good ball, actually looking to try to get Manchester United forward. But that was well dealt with there by Steph Catley. Came across, did her defensive duties against Elizabeth Turland, one of the top scorers in the WSL last season, of course. Terry says, I'm liking this up and down the line by Renee. Well, yeah, she shows that she's wanting to get the best out of this team. Grot says, all I can say is Charlie George in the FA Cup final in 1971. Indeed. And there's been so many great long-distance goals, but football's changed since 1971, unfortunately. And it's more about, it's more of a possession-based game now, isn't it? Anyway, that ball there from Gabby George is going to run out for a goal kick to Arsenal. Roy Aram says, come on, Arsenal ladies. Indeed, it's Arsenal women now, but we'll let you off. I suppose you could call them ladies if you want to. I don't know if that's it's not the correct term, is it? Because it's Arsenal women these days. But anyway, it is a goal kick to Arsenal. It was Grace Clinton's ball there that ran out of play. Sorry, Gabby George's ball looking for Grace Clinton that's run out of play. And definitely they almost got herself in a bit of a muddle, but gets the ball forward. Nicely touched off, actually. Leigh Russo pings it out to that far side, but it wasn't a great ball. You could see the idea was on there, trying to get Caitlin Faulding over on that far side. She's playing on the right, actually, and Mariona Caldente is on the left in this first half. And Frida Marnham is playing as the most advanced player at the moment. Millie Turner brings the ball forward. She's a good player, Millie Turner. Maybe unlucky not to be in the England squad. Few issues, obviously, defensively in the last couple of games. Maybe there's an opportunity for someone else, Terry says it's Gooner Girls. Well, it's kind of Gooner Girls, but technically it's Arsenal women, isn't it? But we can call them Gooner Girls. We're allowed. Grot says Arsenal chicks and Arsenal lads. That has to be correct, PC. So, well, it might well be in Sweden, my friend, but it's not really here. I'm not sure you can call them Arsenal chicks. I don't think that's considered acceptable, is it? I don't mind, but you know. Anyway, Katie McCabe now, one of those Arsenal chicks, plays the ball back to Steph Catley. It's all the way back to Daphne Van Domselaar, the Arsenal goalkeeper, just outside the box, finds Leah Williamson. I want to see Leah Williamson playing with a little bit more of a smile on her face. She doesn't look happy, does she? She hasn't looked happy for a while, and we're not sure what's going on with her. But anyway, she's in the team again today, and overall she's playing okay, actually, and that's a good ball pinged up this near side to Katie McCabe, plays it in field to Kim Little. Again, Arsenal keeping possession, but not really able to stretch that Manchester United defence. Katie McCabe now bringing it forward up this near side, plays it into Kim Little, plays it square to Leah Volti, into Frida Marnham, turns and touches it out to that far side to Caitlin Ford, looking for a little bit of support. Is sure she's going to go around Gabby George on her own, plays it forward towards Frida Marnham, but the goalkeeper's out. The American goalkeeper, Tullis Joyce. And she makes the save there. Wasn't maybe the best ball. Didn't really give Frida Marnham an opportunity to really get that ball. And the goalkeeper's come out and claimed it. And just rolls it out to this near side. It's now with Bizet. Still 0-0. Not too much goal-mouth action to tell you about. Just that one effort from Leslie Russo, which was deflected by Millie Turner onto the top of the crossbar. And that's pretty much the nearest we've come to a goal. Which, yes, not the most exciting game. Certainly not on the levels of last season's game here, that 2-2 draw, which seemed to have a bit of everything, didn't it? Including a sensational late equaliser from Chloe Lacasse, one of the goals of the season, that was. But anyway, there's a little bit more riding on this game, you feel, don't you? Man United haven't lost yet this season, and Arsenal, of course, can't afford to drop any more points. And that's a good ball played out to the far side. Ella Toone going to have a run at Caitlin Ford. Caitlin Ford just takes the ball off her quite easily there. And now Emily Fox is going to try and keep the ball in, battling well there with Grace Clinton. And it's going to be a throw to Arsenal. Is it a free kick anyway? Terry says, played Foxy. Indeed, she done well. Chan says, ladies have more passion than men's team. Well, they certainly seem to. Obviously, they haven't, I suppose. The men's team want to win just as much. I'm sure they do. It means just as much to them. But I felt for a while that the men's team play with a handbrake on because the manager's too inflexible tactically. And they all seem to be playing with no freedom. And I think the women's team are suffering a little bit with that as well, although not to the same degree. Anyway, that's good play there from Caitlin Ford. She's had a good start to this game, actually, over on that far side. But Man United have picked up possession again. It's Maya Letitia plays the ball square here to Aif Manion, finds Bizet, and it goes back again to Maya Letitia. Had a decent performance for England. Millie Turner. Now, they've got a lot of English players, haven't they, Manchester United? The ball's played out to that far side. It's back in play again, but Arsenal have managed to half clear it away, but Man United still in possession. Grace Clinton tries to play it forward, looking for Elizabeth Turland, but good defending there from Kim Little. Now it's back with Leah Williamson. She can shuffle the ball out to this near side. There's space here for Katie McCabe to bring the ball forward. Greg, so I think our forward line is playing too deep. Yeah, they probably are. Anyway, Mariona Caldente is looking to change that now on the edge of the Manchester United penalty area. That was good defending actually there from Manny, and you expect maybe more from Mariona there. She ended up running down a little bit of a blind alley, and Aif Manion just took the ball off her. Anyway, Arsenal still in possession inside the centre circle. Leah Williamson plays out this near side. Steph Catley touches it forward to Mariona, gets it back again. That's with Mariona again. Again, she loses the ball. Wanted to take too long there, and she tried to work hard to win it back, but Manchester United keep possession, and another Arsenal attack breaks down. Millie Turner now have a little bit of space and time. Touches the ball in to midfield to Dominic Janssen, former Arsenal player, of course. That ball played over the top. Steph Catley's there, reads that well, puts it out for a throw. Another one of the Australians in this team, playing in a slightly different position for her. Obviously, she's used to playing left back. She's played centre back last couple of games, and she can obviously do a decent job there. She has done a decent job there. Terry says Veggie wants too much time. Yeah, she does a little bit, but I think that's probably partly because she's still used to playing in the Spanish league, where of course you do get loads of time because the opposition isn't up to them very much. But then she has won Champions League. She's won in international tournaments. She's won a World Cup. Arsenal now on a counter attack. Leigh Russo breaking forward here on the halfway line, touches the ball off this near side. Played forward by Mariona into Frida Marnham, just inside the penalty area. Can she get a cross in? She does get a cross in. Oh, it's headed away by Millie Turner in front of her own goal. Would have been so easy to have put that into her own net there, Millie Turner, but she's headed it wide. It is going to be a corner to Arsenal. What a great bit of play that was there from Frida Marnham. Mariona found her on this near side. She wanted to get into the penalty. It goes around the outside. That's a dangerous ball, really dangerous ball. Couldn't quite find Leigh Russo, but Caitlin Ford was coming around the back as well. And had Millie Turner not got something on that, Caitlin Ford may well have been able to pull that ball back. It is a corner to Arsenal. We've gone short. It's chipped in by Katie McCabe towards the far post, headed back across the goal. It's scrambled away. And Manchester United again have managed to get the ball clear. And it was good play again from Arsenal. Again, it's Millie Turner. She is a good defender, isn't she? There's no question about that. Was it Steph Catley in there looking to try and get a goal? Doesn't score too many, does she? Joaz says, what are people making of it so far? Looks a cagey game. No, it is a very cagey game. Understandably so, isn't it? There's a lot of pressure on both these teams. Neither can afford to lose, let's be honest. And of course, a win for either team would be a fantastic result, wouldn't it? So you can understand why it is a bit cagey. Anyway, Arsenal on top at the moment. And Leah Volti now coming forward up this near side. That's a decent ball to Mariona Caldente. Leah Volti gets it back and she gets the cross in. She does get the cross in. It's flicked on. Oh, it's just wide. It was Frida Marnham with the header. Again, that's a good bit of play there from Arsenal. A lovely cross that was from Leah Volti from this left-hand side. And Frida got in there, flicked her header towards the far post. They're the ones that the keeper's got no chance of saving. And the keeper did have no chance of saving. It's just gone wide. Really unlucky. They're just showing the one before when it was Steph Catley headed it back into the danger area and Millie Turner cleared it away. And also having a few more good opportunities now. We're starting to get on top, aren't we? Terry says unlucky. It was unlucky. And we're certainly starting to get on top. Rajendra says, hit the likes for more goals. Well, more goals, really. Any goals will do. The more likes, the more likely we are to see some goals in this game for Arsenal, of course. Although if you're a Manchester United fan and you hit the like button, you never know. It might help your team to score. Who knows? It's just it's a game of chance, isn't it? But let's see. Anyway, Arsenal back in possession again. We are starting to turn that screw. Can we get the goal? Leah Williamson's long ball forward, not particularly well dealt with by Manny in that time, but may not have cleared it away now. Again, Arsenal pick the ball up in midfield. Leah Volti. We are starting to dominate things now. Can we get the goal? 27 minutes played. Mariona Caldente. Oh, that's a poor ball. She hasn't had a great start to this game, actually. But she has won it back. And that's all you can do if you lose the ball, I suppose, isn't it? Katie McCabe now looking to go round. Manny and, of course, the two Irish players know each other really, really well. And Katie McCabe there showing some good strength to hold off her compatriot. Manages to keep the ball in, but good defending in the end it was. But the ball gone out of play, and it's going to be a throw to Arsenal. I don't think that Bizet is a particularly good player. I never thought she particularly was for Tottenham. And she hasn't had a great start to this game. She seems to give the ball away a lot. She's very weak. Her first touch isn't great. Anyway, Arsenal now coming forward again. Kim Little on the edge of the box tries to thread the ball through. Oh, it was a good ball as well into Frida Marnham and a better touch. And Frida could have got a shot away. Oh, that was a shame, that, because it was a lovely little ball there from Kim Little. Opened up that defence and a better touch from Frida there, and she could have been in on goal. Just bounced off her there. If she could have got that ball under control, she would have been able to get a shot away. It was on her left foot, but not that that's an excuse. Professional footballers should be able to control the ball with both feet. I've got an excuse. I can't control the ball with my right foot particularly well. But professionals have got no excuse, have they, really? Anyway, Manchester United are back in possession. Rajendra says, Kim playing well. Yeah, she's done well so far. Still not convinced that she's going to get any better now at her stage of career. But anyway, a cross comes in. It's a dangerous ball. Turlen got a head on it. I think she may well have conceded a free kick in the process of winning that challenge there with Steph Catley. And it'd be a goal kick to Arsenal anyway, worst case scenario, but it may well be a free kick. Yeah, she did push Steph Catley over. There was no doubt about that. Bit clumsy that was there from the Norwegian. Elizabeth Turlen scored a lot of goals for Brighton last season. Settling in at a new club, of course. Of course, Manchester United lost a couple of their big players, haven't they, recently? Obviously, Leigh Russo, Mary Earps as well. Now Arsenal got a bit of space here on this near side with Leigh Russo. She's done well to keep this in. She's going to have a run at the Manchester United defence. Puts a cross in to the far post. Oh, it was Caitlin. Oh, it was Steph. Sorry, it was Frida Minor coming out the far post. Couldn't quite pull it back to where Caitlin Ford was. Good play again from Leigh Russo. Has had a really good start to this game. It was a mistake, actually. Mannion misjudged that ball. Gave Leigh Russo a little bit of space. And she made the most of it there with a good cross. Frida Marnham couldn't direct that towards the goal or back across the goal. Either of those two things is what she needed to do. And in the end, she had a bit more time. It did bounce up in front of her. It come off her shin and gone behind for a goal kick. Terry says another wasted chance. It was a wasted chance, yeah. And Arsenal are starting to dominate this game now. We've played half an hour. We're still awaiting that first goal, the first breakthrough here. Oh, and suddenly Manchester United coming forward over on the far side. Opportunity for them maybe to get themselves a foothold in this game, but Arsenal won the ball back. And Leigh Russo couldn't quite win the ball, and Man United picked it up again. Now they're trying to come forward, their home team. But Kim Little does well to win that ball back. And there's with Emily Fox over on that far side, finds at Leah Volti. And Arsenal are playing well here. Arsenal are playing well. Just lacking that goal, aren't we? Where Leah Williamson chips the ball up to that far side. Moves carried on. Run again of Frida Marner, but she's never going to get that ball. Although she puts the Manchester United defence under pressure there. Millie Turner's put the ball out for a throw. And Mark Skinner there, the Manchester United manager. Be a little bit worried, won't he, about the way they're playing at the minute. Arsenal starting to get on top. We just need a goal, though, don't we? This is what happens, you know, when you're on top of it, when you're on top in a game. It's so important, isn't it, to get the goal. Leah Williamson now over on that far side plays the ball forward into Caitlin Ford as well, holds off a defender. She had a good start to this game. Frida Marnham touches it back to Leah Williamson again. The game's being played in Manchester United's half. Leah Volti plays it in field to Kim Little. It wasn't a great ball, actually. And now Manchester United can launch a counter-attack. And this is where they could be dangerous. Kim Little working hard to try and win the ball back. And Leah Williamson steps in and stops that counter-attack. 170 Gunner says Marnham is crap. Well, she's not crap, is she? She's not had a great start to this game, but she does score goals. And that's one thing that we have been lacking. Terry says the way Russo is playing, Steiner would be having a field day in front of goal today. You'd imagine so. That's why they two need to play together, don't they? Because Russo creates space and Steiner's very good at finding those spaces and exploiting them. But I'm sure she'll come on later, especially if it stays 0-0. Subway Surfer says, what's the lineup? There you go. There's the lineups there. That's the lineup for this game for both teams. But there's the Arsenal team there. Is it the same team that started the last game against West Ham? I'm not sure if it is the same team. I don't know if there is any changes to that. I'm trying to think if there is. No, Frida Marnham didn't start the West Ham game, did she? Beth Mead started, didn't she? So that's the only change. But anyway, that's the lineup, and it's going to be a throw to Manchester United up this near side, and Arsenal don't really clear that ball away. And it is now back in possession of Manchester United. And Tissier plays it square, shot from. Oh, it's a good ball out on this far side. Bizet's cross towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Header comes in. And that's a good save from Daphne Van Domslaan. It was quite close to us. Elizabeth Turland with the header. But it's a comfortable save from Daphne. Shouldn't really have caused her too many problems. A good ball, actually, up this near side to Bizet. Took a good first touch there. And that's not a bad cross, and it's a good header from Elizabeth Turlin, but it was a fairly comfortable routine save for a goalkeeper of Daphne's quality. Somebody says, yeah, DVD is so good. She is. And he says, nice save. Terry says, it was one for the cameras a little bit, yeah. Joanne says there, Arsenal should be 2 up. Yeah, we could be 2 up. Greg says, great save. It was a good save, yeah. I mean, it was a fairly routine save, to be honest. Rajendra says Frida seems slightly off. Yeah, she does a little bit, yeah. Just her first touch on that hasn't been great, has it? She's got herself in some good positions, but her touch has let her down on a couple of occasions. But this is the sort of game where she'd probably get herself a goal. That's a good ball forward by Frida. That's right over on that far side with Caitlin Ford, the Australian. Got 2 defenders there for company. Can she win the corner? She has won the corner, and that will do, won't it? That's all you can do in that position, really. It was Dominique Janssen, the Dutch, midfielder. She's a defender. She's sort of playing in midfield, holding midfield today. Former Arsenal player, of course, as we know. And it is a corner to Arsenal over on the far side. Katie McKay's probably going to take this. Get it in the box. We've got bodies in there. Mariona's in there. Leslie's in there. Steph Catley's in there. And the corner comes in from Kate McKay towards the near post. Oh, good catch from the goalkeeper there. Tullis Joyce came and got that. Safe hands there by the goalkeeper. She had to come through a bit of a crowded penalty area, but did well. We're into the last 10 minutes now of the first half. I don't think there'll be any stoppage time if things stay as they are, because there hasn't been any stoppages, has there? Grot says there, new keeper in the Arsenal net today. Well, she's not a new keeper. She's played a new signing, Daphne Van Domslaar. We bought her in the summer. She's played the last 4 or 5 games because she's very, very good. And that's why we bought her, and that's why she's in the team. She's a very good goalkeeper. So she's a new goalkeeper in terms of the fact we just bought her this summer. But yeah, she's a regular number 1 now, as we felt she was always going to be. And Mariona Caldente is going to get this ball on this near side. Katie McCabe's gone ahead of her. She cuts in field instead. Tried a shot. Oh, why doesn't she try a shot instead? Katie McCabe inside the penalty area. It opened up there for Mariona. Why didn't she try a shot from the edge of the box? Anything can happen when you have a shot, but she didn't have a shot. And she's got the ball again now, bringing it forward. Kim Little, can Arsenal get the breakthrough before half time? We certainly probably deserve to be in front. Katie McCabe now on this near side, plays the ball into the penalty. It's touched off to Frida Marnham. What's the cross like? It's not a bad cross at all. Over at the far post. Oh, the shot comes in. Caitlin Ford it was. Didn't get enough power on it. It bounced into the ground, and the goalkeeper, Tullis Joyce, was able to make the save. Good crossover from Frida Marnham, that was. And Caitlin Ford didn't really get a good enough connection on it, did she? Caitlin wasn't able to. Good defending. It was actually just in front of her. Dangerous ball. And it was Gabby George actually put her under a bit of pressure. I mean, it was on target. The goalkeeper had to make the save, but the shot lacked any power. And another Arsenal opportunity doesn't result in a goal. Steph Catley now bringing the ball forward for Arsenal. Plays it. All was looking for Frida Marnham. It wasn't a great ball, actually. It was cut out quite easily. And Manchester United on the counter-attack. They haven't offered too much going forward, have they, Manchester United, in this game? And I think that's partly due to Arsenal playing quite well. And Katie McCabe does well there. Lays the ball off to Mariona. Now Kim Little plays it forward. Leslie Russo inside the centre circle. Has to touch it all the way back, though, to Steph Catley. And that's with Leah Williamson. Midway inside the Arsenal half. 37 minutes played. Manchester United 0, Arsenal 0. Arsenal coming forward again. Frida Marnham, a little bit of space over on that far side. Oh, that's not a great ball, though, is it? Didn't really give Mariona a chance. And Manchester United can get the ball away. And, yeah, Arsenal not quite clicking in that final third yet. We've had 1 or 2 good moments. We've had 1 or 2 half chances, you have to say. But apart from Leslie Russo's shot, which was deflected onto the top of the crossbar, and a header from Frida Marnham that went just wide, we haven't really threatened that goal enough, have we, for the dominance that we've had in terms of possession of the ball. Man United have now got some possession inside their own half, just in front of their own penalty area. Mayla Tissier now in possession, clips a long ball forward, looking for the run of Turlin, but Leah Williamson's there and just plays it back to goalkeeper Daphne Van Domslaar. coming towards the last 5 or 6 minutes of this first half. It has been a cagey game, as we mentioned before. There's not a lot of opportunities at either end, but Arsenal have definitely been the better team. There's no doubt about it. We've controlled the game pretty well. We just need to find that little bit extra, don't we, in that final third. Steph Catley now brings the ball forward, plays it infield to Kim Little, touches it off. This is good play from Arsenal. Leah Volti, tried to find Katie McCabe on this near side. It was cut out. And now Manchester United can try and come forward themselves with Bizet on this near side. Keeps possession and plays it back. Rajendra says, this seems as the team which have been beating, practicing has not been the same chosen for the game. The passing is not quite right. I think in the final third it's not quite right. I think in the rest of the field it's been quite good, our passing. We've kept possession well, but when it comes to the final third, it's too slow, it's too predictable, and we're not able to, drag that Manchester United defence around enough. They have been solid at the back this season, of course, and they do have some good defenders. Anyway, they've picked up the ball again over on that far side with Gabby George. Can Arsenal find the breakthrough? We are into the last 5 minutes of this first half. First half of which Arsenal played well. But we haven't been able to really test the goalkeeper enough yet, have we? And that's why it remains 0-0. Gabby George over on that far side. Finds Toon, plays it in midfield to Dominic Janssen, and now Manchester United trying to come forward themselves. Maya Letitia plays it up this near side. It's a good ball to Mannion. A little bit of space ahead of her. Cuts the ball back in field instead, though, to Narsland. Now it's back with Millie Turner. And that's a long ball over the top up this near side, but it's going to go out for a throw to Arsenal. Regenda says, what I see is that the ball is either too fast or too slow, too forward or too back. No, you're right. The final ball hasn't been right. It hasn't been. And I think we've played well up to that point, and then it's falling apart. But yeah, we just need to, I say it's that balance and that blend. I'm not sure it's quite right yet for all the talented players that we've got. It's all very well having lots of talented players. You've got to get the blend right, haven't you? They've got to be able to play together. And unfortunately, at the moment, that doesn't seem to be happening too much. And B says Serena's there. She's indeed a lot of English players on the field for her to be looking at. I say Gabby George will be one, certainly. Millie Turner as well. Both of those who have played well in this first half. Millie Turner always seems to play well every time I see her play. So I'm not quite sure why she's not maybe getting a call up to the England squad. I say Gabby George has obviously been in the England squad before, and we need a natural left back, and she would be a good choice. But anyway, Serena is the one to make those decisions, and I'm sure we can't really question her, can we, with the record that she's got? Into the last 3 minutes of this first half, it is Manchester United 0, Arsenal 0. And Arsenal have been the better team, but it's no good being a better team if you don't take advantage of it, because no doubt in the second half, Manchester United will come back stronger, and we need to be ready for that, don't we? Mark Skinner not looking too happy. Regeneration says, that tells me they've not been playing together enough, too much chopping and changing. Well, I mean, I suppose this particular week, it's been an international break, so players have not been training together at Arsenal. But bearing in mind, I mean, Renee's been at the club for a long time. You can tell she's not been trying too much different to what we were doing. So I don't think the time is really much of an excuse. This team's been together for long enough now for that not to be the reason. I mean, it isn't gelling, and why it's not gelling, I don't know. I don't think any of us know. And that's Renee's job for the time being. And then obviously when the new manager comes in, it'll be their job to find a way to get it to blend better. And I say I don't think necessarily time's the problem. They've played together long enough now, this team. Something that's just not quite working, is it? I mean, this particular week, I say it's tough on an international break because you've got players all over the world playing games. And, they haven't had much time to work on this particular game. But, these players should know each other by now, shouldn't they? This isn't an unfamiliar Arsenal team, is it? So I wouldn't necessarily say I'm not going to use it as an excuse. We just need to be better, don't we? We need to be linking up better in midfield and in attack. And Man United are finishing the half in possession now. They're looking a little bit more forward. That's Millie Turner's long ball up this near side. It's a good take actually again by Bizet, and puts another decent cross actually. Since I said she wasn't very good, she's played a lot better, which is typical really, isn't it, I suppose. Brian says there, the interim coach is out. We need a very good coach. No, well, she's interim for a reason. She's an interim because she's an interim. She's not going to be here long term. I think that she's having to stay a little bit longer maybe than initially anticipated, because the manager that we want is still in a contract and won't be available until probably November, December. So I just think we have to be patient. What we want to try and do is for these next 5 games that she's here is to do the best that we can, try and get as many wins as we can from those games. And then when the new manager arrives, the season won't have disintegrated, will it? We'll still be in with a chance, and that's all we can hope for, really. But that is going to involve winning this game. Katie McCabe now plays the ball forward. It's a good ball. Mariona Caldente cross it in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Nobody's there. Leslie Russo couldn't quite get there, and Man United haven't dealt with this particularly well. Comes back to Mariona again now. Katie McCabe's going to line a cross up. It's deflected. It's going to actually fall here to Mariona on this near side. What's the cross like? Again, there's no one in there. Comes all the way to the far post. Caitlin Ford claims she was pushed in the back there by Gabby George. Don't think she was. The referee says play on, Arsenal in possession now. Can we get the goal into the last few seconds of this first half? Leah Williamson brings the ball forward. Oh, that's a poor ball actually from Leah Williamson. Now it's cleared away by Manchester United, but Leah Williamson picks it up again. And that's another good moment for Arsenal that didn't really result in very much at all. Anyway, Steph Catley now. In fact, there goes a half-time whistle, bang on time. We said there wouldn't be much stoppage time because there wasn't any stoppages at all. It is 0-0. And Arsenal have been the better team. I don't think there's any doubt about that. We should maybe be in front. We just haven't quite been clinical enough. I think Man United have defended well, particularly Millie Turner. And yeah, I just think that's we just need a little bit more, don't we? We just need a little bit more. Nicholas says, buy more Swedes. Well, I mean, we could buy more Swedes. We've got all our 3 Swedes on the bench. So maybe the Swedes need to be on the pitch more. Maybe that's what needs to happen. But I mean, it wasn't a bad first half performance. I thought Arsenal had played well. But obviously, we haven't got the goal. And that's a worry, isn't it? Because it's not the first time we are saying that, when we've played a good first half and we haven't scored a goal. And, of course, then that leaves you vulnerable in the second half, doesn't it? Terry says, good first half, girls, but full of missed chances. More than I can say about the men's team. Well, that's true, yeah. Greg says 2 shots from Russo and nothing else. We can't score without shooting. No, you're right. Let's have a look at those stats, shall we? Because there'll be some good stats I would have thought from this game. Let's have a look. So the match stats then. Oh, hang on, it's not. What's going on here? Hasn't updated itself. Let's have a look. I think it's just needs to be refreshed. I had the app on before because I was looking at the lineup. Right, okay. Oh, well, possession's pretty even, pretty much 50% each, which slightly surprises me because I thought we had more possession than they did. But anyway, apparently not. We've had 6 shots to Manchester United's 3, but 2 of theirs have been on target, only 1 of ours, and that will be that one from Caitlin Ford, I would imagine. We've had 4 off target, 1 blocked. And we've had 3 corners to their 2. I mean, looking at the stats, it doesn't look like we have maybe dominated the game as much as it looked. You know, looking at it, it looked as though we were maybe more in control of that game than the stats back up. But anyway, I thought we played well. We seem to have a lot more opportunities, not necessarily efforts at goal, but certainly more opportunities. Rajandra says the Man U goalkeeper looks good. Yeah, no, well, we haven't really tested her enough yet. She made a reasonably good save when she had to, but yeah, I mean, we need to do better. I mean, I think that's the key to take from this game, isn't it? We need to do better. Absolutely, we do. In front of goal, certainly. But I mean, overall, we played okay, haven't we? It's been a reasonably good first half. Johnny says, let's all eat biryani. Let's all eat biryani. Okay, well, we could do, I suppose. Frida, Rajan says, Frida looks as if she's lost weight and not as strong as before. I don't know about. I don't know if it's a strength thing. She just today, just her first touch seems to have been a little bit off. That's all. I think her overall play's been okay. She's got herself into some great positions. but just not quite. She hasn't quite got her touch right today, has she? I'm sure it will come though, if she stays on. But I wouldn't be surprised in the second half. Obviously, we're going to make some changes as we would normally do. You'd expect Stina to come on, of course. Rosa Kafaji, probably Kyra Cooney-Cross, give us a little bit more energy in midfield. Not that that's necessarily been a problem, but anyway, we've played okay. I'm reasonably happy with that. It could definitely have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse, but it's 0-0 and we're doing okay. So let's keep it going. Anyway, we shall see what happens in the second half. It's going to be good, isn't it? There's no doubt about that. It is going to be good. Anyway, coming up on the channel, what I think we will need to do is what we did before the season started. We did a show on here, obviously looking ahead to the season for the men's team, and we were talking about after 10 games. Now, I actually said if we'd got 20 points, I'd have been reasonably happy. We've only got 18. So maybe we need to go back and look at that and maybe do a show. I'll try and squeeze it in this week. But there is going to be, of course, Wednesday night, Champions League, Inter Milan versus Arsenal. That's in the men's team. That kicks off at 8 o'clock. We'll be here for that one for you. Absolutely, definitely. Thursday night, we're going to be doing the Arsenal women's show this week due to the fact that Arsenal was playing on Friday. So we'll be here on Friday for the Arsenal game against Brighton. That's at the Emirates. So join us for that. Kicks off at 7 o'clock. So that's going to be a bit of an early one, but we'll get here for that one. And then, of course, next weekend, there will, of course, be... who are we playing? Oh, of course, we're playing Brighton on a Friday, aren't we? So we won't have a game. And of course, the men are playing on Sunday against Chelsea. So lots and lots to come. Of course, I'm going to have a run next Sunday as well. Actually, I can't get enough running race at the minute. Anyway, let's have a look. So let's see where we are. But yeah, 0-0 here, and yeah, we need a little bit more, don't we? Denise says Caldente needs to be replaced. Well, it's a little bit early for that, isn't it? I mean, she's only just joined us. I mean, if you mean in this game, again, it's still a little bit early, isn't it? Let's see. She hasn't had the greatest first half. She always looks better when she's more central and she can have more impact on the game. Whereas I think so far today, she's not had enough impact. A bit like the West Ham game. In the second half, she moved more central and started to have more of an impact. So let's see what happens in the second half. Grot says, I have the feeling that Arsenal will walk off this pitch with 2-1 in their front pocket. I hope you're right, my friend. I hope you're right. Let's have a look and see. Terry says, right off subject, do you think Arteta is losing the dressing room? He's losing the plot, quite honestly, but we know that anyway. I must admit, yesterday, I was pretty angry with the way that we played yesterday. It was a really, really poor performance. And it was almost as though they wasn't up for it. You know, when you go to Newcastle, the one thing you've got to match is the crowd. You've got to silence the crowd. You've got to be up for the game from the start. And we struggled there in recent years. We lost there 1-0 last season. We've lost there 1-0 again. And it's not a lessons. These aren't lessons that we're learning, are we? We're not learning those lessons. And, I think we all know, I say we all know, a lot of us who are regulars on this channel know that Mikel Arteta is not the man to take the club forward. I think he's took us as far as he can. And, and it's fair enough. You could say he's done a decent enough job getting us from when he came to where we are now, two seasons in a row, finishing runners-up. So you've got to say that he's done a decent job. But I think this is as far as he can take us. He can't take us anymore and any further. And I think this season we've started to see a drop-off. He hasn't managed to adapt to not having his captain in the team, which is ridiculous. You've got to be able to deal with one player being out. So yeah, I think we, as far as I'm concerned, the end isn't that far away now. And I'm starting to see people that were really supportive of Mikel Arteta starting to not turn against him yet, but starting to see that actually maybe things aren't as rosy as everybody seems to think they are, and let's see what difference it makes when Martin Odegaard is back, and rumours he might be back Wednesday night. He might well play against Chelsea next weekend. We'll see. But I think if we don't beat Chelsea next week away, obviously Chelsea are a good side at the minute. It's going to be a tough game. If we don't beat them next week, and certainly if we were to lose to them, then I think more and more, especially if the performance is poor again, I think that, you know, we could start to see a swing in people that have backed Mikel Arteta to suddenly thinking, is this now the right thing? 5 years in, you know, it's not. We can't call it a project anymore. We can't call it a rebuild anymore. He's had plenty of time, and it seems as though we've reached the peak of what we can do under this manager, and now we're on the way back down again. And this season, it's looking more like a top 4 battle as opposed to a title race. Yes, everyone was saying City lost yesterday, and they did lose yesterday, but it's irrelevant. When you look over the season, they're less likely to drop the points that we're likely to do. You know, you can see how disjointed we are. The strength and depth in the squad isn't there. Mikel Arteta doesn't trust enough of the players further down into the squad. And, you know, maybe the Carabao Cup might be what saves him. It didn't really help Ten Hag too much, did it? But there you go. But we'll see what happens. Greg says Arteta just hasn't a clue. No, he hasn't. I agree. We all feel the same here about that situation. But what it needs is the bigger section of the fan base to wake up to what's happening and what's going on and where we are, and that this manager can't take us any further. And even if we were to somehow get this turn around and finish second again, that's still not good enough, is it really? You know, 3 seasons of finishing third, it's not enough. At some point, we need someone to come in and get us over that line. I don't think it's going to be him. I think it'll be somebody else, but let's see. But James says, just like the time when we had Terry Neal. Well, yeah, I always, funny enough, I've made the comparison between Mikel Arteta and Terry Neal quite a lot. Now, Terry Neal was a young manager. Okay, he'd had more experience because he had been manager before. He had been a manager before. But he was a young manager, an ex-Arsenal player. He won an FA Cup quite early, had a couple of title challenges that didn't quite come off. And in the end, it just drifted away and we maybe kept him for too long. And I think Mikel Arteta is very similar. The results, looking at the finishing positions in the league, are quite similar. Okay, Terry Neal never finished second, but yeah. And eventually we had to move away from Terry Neal, and he went. And eventually we'll move away from Mikel Arteta. But hopefully that moment will come sooner rather than later, because I think it needs to now. I think it definitely needs to. Terry says, give Arteta a break, another 800 million. And we'll be challenging for top 4 again. Yeah, probably, yeah. Greg says, Bergkamp is available. Just give him the job. Again, though, Bergkamp has limited management experience at top level. I mean, we love Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp was a fantastic player. One of probably the best ever that we've had in our history, probably. Or he's certainly up there, isn't he? I don't know about Dennis Bergkamp. I would rather see a manager come in that's got experience of winning things at the top level, whether that's someone from outside the club who's never played for Arsenal, no connection to the club at all, but's got a CV full of trophies, big trophies. Someone like that, to me, would be a better bet than maybe a club legend who hasn't really done much as a manager. We tried an ex-player that hasn't done anything at all as a manager, hasn't really worked. So let's go for maybe a more experienced manager who's got experience of winning big trophies. And even if it means I say someone with no real connection to the club, I'm happy with that. Oh, I'm happy with that. Rogendo says, but Terry Neal did not make any title challenges and we nearly got relegated. Well, no, we didn't get nearly relegated under Terry Neal. We sort of did have title challenges. I can remember a couple of seasons under Terry Neal where we were in the top 2 or 3 halfway through the season. In them days when obviously Liverpool. But in the end, we always seemed to fade away at the end because we didn't score enough goals. Very solid defensively, very good cup team. We didn't nearly get relegated with Terry Neal at all. Terry Neal always kept us in the top 5, 4, 5, 6. He was always up there, wasn't he? Finished 3rd one season, but he wasn't quite able to get that over the line and won one FA Cup. Very similar to Mikel Arteta all the way through. Absolutely is. Terry says, what goalkeeper do you think Arteta will bring in January to solve our goal scoring problems? He'll probably bring in another left back or a centre half. That will solve our goal scoring problem, won't it? Matty says, Arteta needs to stop being stubborn in difficult moments. He needs to learn how to adapt and try something different and unorthodox to give the opposition something to think about. Yeah, absolutely 100%, my friend. Exactly that. That is, you're spot on. Absolutely spot on with that. And that is exactly what he needs to do. But the problem is, this isn't a problem. This isn't a now problem. This has been a problem since he's been there. He's very, very stubborn. He only wants to play one way. He hasn't managed to adapt to not having Martin Ødegaard in the team. He doesn't seem to be able to solve a simple problem, which is, okay, the way that we play is all geared around Martin Ødegaard. So Martin Ødegaard's not there. So we'll have to do something different, play a little bit different, play some players in different positions. Declan Rice is having to play too deep. Marino, I don't even know what Marino is all about. I just don't know why he's there. Obviously we've got some players that just aren't good enough. Midlothian says get a decent striker, get rid of Zinni. Exactly, yeah. When he brought Zinchenko on yesterday, I was literally throwing things at the telly. Why on earth would you bring him on when you're losing 1-0? He's one of the worst players I've ever seen play for this club, and I've seen some terrible players. Regina says, but we had 4 very good players. We did have some very good players. Yeah, absolutely we did. Liam Brady, as you know, David O'Leary, yeah, we did. Graham Ricks, we had some great players. But ultimately, it didn't quite work. As it's not working now, we've got some great players now. We've got under Arteta and it's not quite working. It's exactly the same. Everything that you're saying is backing up my point that they're very similar. And Terry Neal never won a league title. Mikel Arteta will never win a league title. That's the way it is. Greg says Arteta needs to watch the women and see how to play football. Well, maybe not quite today. We're not looking at free-flowing goal-scoring team, are we? Looks like Beth Mead's coming on actually at half-time here, which is interesting, isn't it? Terry Neal says tap up Inzaghi on Wednesday if we had any ambition. Well, that's not going to happen, is it? I don't know how bad things need to be. Now, Beth Mead is coming on at half-time. Who's she coming on for? That is the question. It's not Caitlin Ford. It's not Leslie Russo because they're still out there. It's not Leah Volti either because she's still out there. Who has gone off? Is it Mariona Caldente? Is that who's gone off? And Man United are bringing on a sub as well by the look of it. They are bringing on Sammy Awaju as well. So both teams making a sub at half-time is interesting. Who's gone off for Beth Mead? I think it may well be Mariona, actually. She didn't seem to be out there, did she? Terry said, I saw this Leigh interview and he looks like he's checked out. Well, he did look very, very frustrated and disappointed, didn't he? And that's going to happen. Top players want to win trophies, quite honestly, and they don't want to play for a manager like him. Anyway, let's see who's gone off because I didn't see who's gone off, actually. In fact, Man United have made the sub as well, so they have to see who's gone off here. But Beth Mead is on. Beth Mead is on for Arsenal. Exciting. Second half is going to be coming, I'm sure. Let's have a look who's gone off. Terry says Frida. Vijendra says not Kim. No, Kim's out there. I'm sure Kim's out there. It could be Kim. No, I'm sure. It's Frida Marnham. It is Frida Marnham's gone off. She didn't have a greatest first half, as we'd all said, so we're not too surprised about that, are we? And Manchester United is Lisa Nelson's gone off and Awojo's come on. So both teams have made a sub at half time. Matty says Marnham off. Yeah, I say she didn't quite look her best in that first half, did she? And now it is Beth Mead, Man United team only just coming back out, actually. So we'll see what difference Beth Mead makes. She's not been in the greatest of form, has she, to be fair, this season. So hopefully she can find some form here today. And I'm sure we will see other changes as well as the second half progresses, especially if it stays at 0-0. We are going to have to take 1 or 2 more risks because we really need to win this game. We really do need, well, both teams really need to win the game. But I think more so we do due to the fact that, we have slipped up a few games already. We can't really afford too many more. Rajendra says she might be used in the midfield. No, I think what's going to happen is I think she's going to play wide and Mariona will move into the centre, into that number 10 position where Frida was, which is Mariona's best position. I'm not sure why she's not starting there. But anyway, that's how I think we'll set up in this second half, but we'll see. Miss Pixot says, let's go, Mido. Indeed. Let's hope that Mido can produce something like her best form, which she hasn't really managed to get back to since her injury. But is that surprising? Probably not. Anyway, we are about to get. It's going to be Arsenal kick off this second half. We are back off and underway. We are attacking a goal to our right. It is still Manchester United 0, Arsenal 0. Terry says, I would have brought Steiner on than Mead. I would bring Steiner on as well as Mead. As well. Rajendra says, Mido, indeed. Mido. That's what we want to see. A bit of Mido. Anyway, it's a free kick to Arsenal straight away over on the far side. And let's see what the change makes. Well, change for both teams, actually. So let's see if it's going to bring some goals to this game. That's what we want to see, don't we? We want to see a few Arsenal goals, of course. Although one Arsenal goal, if it's the only goal, would suit us nicely. Leah Williamson chips that ball out to that far side. Played forward by Katie McCabe, but doesn't quite reach Caitlin forward. It looks like Meady is on the right. Caitlin's on the left now. And Mariona is playing in that number 10 position, which I think is the best position for her. And let's see if she can have a bit more impact in this second half. And Arsenal started quite well. Caitlin Ford over on that left-hand side, cuts in field, tries a shot, headed away, though, by Millie Turner again, who's been an absolute rock at the back. She always plays well against us, Millie Turner. Emily Fox plays that ball forward to Beth Mead, her first real involvement here. Gets past Dominic Janssen, former teammate of hers, of course. Arsenal plays the ball forward. This is good stuff from Arsenal here. Oh, ball nearly threaded through to Beth Mead. Comes to the edge of the box now. It's played out to this near side to Emily Fox. Finds Beth Mead a little bit overhit, but Beth should keep this in. Drills across into the near post. Cleared away again by Millie Turner. And Arsenal started this second half on top. As we finished, well, as we were for much of the first half, but it's about finding a goal, isn't it? Steph Catley plays up the line to Katie McCabe. Caitlin Ford turns away from a marker there. Katie McCabe on the overlap. What's the cross like? It's low into Mariona. Lets it go. Oh, it comes to Leigh Russo. Shot on a turn. Oh, it's just wide. And that was good play there from Arsenal. What a great start to this second half it's been. Good play there it was. Katie McCabe on the overlap. A low cross. Mariona let it run. And then we needed someone to run onto it, really. In the end, Leigh Russo had to do a shot on a turn. It wasn't an easy shot to take. And it's gone wide. Emily Fox might have been the better option coming in on that. But anyway. And Matty says, Rich, why do you think KCC doesn't get into this team? I think she's looked quite good so far this season. Always looked really bright when coming on. So no, she does. And I think that at the moment, maybe, it's the experience of Kim and Leah is getting the nod. Anyway, else coming forward again. The ball tries the 6-yard box, cleared away by Maya Letitia, and Arsenal well on top now. I just think it's the experience that we're going with. I personally would play Kyra a lot more because she's got that energy and she's got that sort of extra drive that maybe we're lacking in some games. So, yeah, I would be playing her more, but I just think the manager and the previous manager are going for the experience. A little bit safe, I would say, that's probably why. But I'm sure Kyra will get more opportunities as the season goes on. She did last season. She played well. Obviously, a new manager is going to be coming in. Everyone starts from scratch, don't they, when the new manager comes in? And if Kyra impresses as she has been, there's no reason why she won't play more. But I just think it's just to do with the fact that, when you may be struggling a little bit, you tend to go with your experience, don't you, to get you through these difficult times. And maybe that's what's happening. But we'll see. Redendra says KCC will come on at 60 minutes for Kim. She may well do, yeah. I'm sure we'll see her today, absolutely. Especially if it stays 0-0. I think we'll see Stina as well. But let's see what the girls on the pitch can produce. Now we've played, 4 minutes of the second half. It's been a bright start to the second half from Arsenal, but it hasn't really looked as though we're going to get that goal. Anyway, Man United clear that ball away, but not very far. Mariona now has done well, and she wins the ball back again. And Man United do pick up the loose ball there. Gabby George brings it forward. Again, Arsenal won it back high up the pitch. This is good play. Mariona now. Leigh Russo's in the middle. What's the cross like? Leigh Russo's header. Oh, too close to the goalkeeper. And suddenly now the chances are starting to mount up for Arsenal, but we've got to start taking them. Again, we've pressed high up the pitch there. Really good play. Won the ball. And then great play that was from Mariona. Lovely cross as well. And Leslie's header was just too straight, wasn't it? Too straight at the goalkeeper. Matty says, agreed, she's got the legs and gets stuck in pretty well. I'd definitely start alongside either one of them. Yeah, I would. It gives us a better balance, doesn't it? And maybe that's what we need. But maybe if we get through these next few games, get a few wins on the board, maybe we'll start to see a few changes to the team. And I say a new manager coming in, we're going to see something different, aren't we? I'm sure. Whatever that is, we'll have to wait and see. Who else coming forward again now? Beth Mead on this near side in behind. Plays the ball towards Leigh Russo. Comes back to Beth again. The cross is blocked by Gabby George. In fact, she's been winded. He's hit her right in the midriff there. Gabby George has gone down, blocking that cross there from Beth Mead. And already we're seeing a difference that Beth's made. Actually gets into some very good positions, doesn't she? And the first ball wasn't that great. The second one may well have been better, but it's hit Gabby George right in the rib cage there. Oh, that's going to be sore. She is winded. She's gone down. She's going to need some treatment. And that's the first injury break that we've had. And we've played, 50 minutes? And this is one of the differences. We were talking about this on the show on Friday about the difference between, obviously, the men's game and the women's game. One of them is you don't get players rolling around being injured. You don't see trainers on the pitch constantly. You know, if a trainer's only ever needed in a women's game if a player's actually genuinely injured. There's far too much time wasted in the men's game, far too much pretending to be injured and all that kind of stuff. And that's why you end up getting, 6, 7, 8 minutes sometimes of stoppage time. Yes, VAR plays a part in that sometimes as well, but you get much more stoppage time. Whereas in the WSL, in the first half, there wasn't any stoppage time. And in the second half now, yes, we're going to get a few minutes here for this. And obviously there'll be more substitutions and stuff, but that's for me, that's the beauty of the women's game. The ball's in play more, you're seeing more football, you're not seeing all the dark arts, if you like, as it's been called, and it's just refreshing to see, isn't it? Anyway, Gabby George is okay. She's only winded. It was never going to be a serious problem, and now it's going to be a drop ball for Manchester United. Terry says, come on ref, hit her in the guts, she just needs more gym time. Get her off the pitch this time. I said, no, she's not. She needed some treatment here for that. That's fine. Anyway, it's going to be a drop ball. The referee's just going to basically drop it to Millie Turner, and then we will carry on. It goes back to the goalkeeper. So a couple of minutes stoppage time there'll be for that, won't there? Anyway, Man United now got the ball inside their own penalty area. Maya Letitia plays it out to that far side to Bizet, plays it in field to the substitute. Done well, actually. Plays it back to Dominique Janssen. Now it's Millie Turner. Finds Gabby George on this near side. She's back on the pitch, back okay again. So she was only winded. It was never going to be a serious problem, was it? Anyway, it is now played out to that far side. Manchester United now trying to come forward. It's well cut out. In fact, it's kept in. Now Caitlin Ford can have a run over on that far side. It's opened up in front of her. Caitlin Ford inside the penalty area. Can she get a shot? It plays out to the outside. Cross comes in. Nobody there again. Nobody there again inside the 6-yard box. Has to have been somebody there. We're just not getting people into the box enough. We're not taking enough risks. So that's why we need Stina on, because Stina will get there. We're winning the ball high up the pitch here. This is good play from Arsenal. Mariona on the edge of the box. Tips across to the far post. Cleared away again. Caitlin Ford battling back to try and win it back. And Kim Little there wins the ball for Arsenal. And this is good stuff. We just need the goal. Matty says, agree, Rich. That's the reason why I love watching women's football. It's really nice to watch about dark arts. Exactly, it is, yeah. And that's what we all like. See there, you see, Leslie Russo just gone down in a penalty area. She wasn't fouled. She didn't appeal for anything. She didn't look to the referee. She knew she wasn't fouled. She got up and carried on with the game. And that's what you want to see, honesty. That's what it's about, isn't it? And it's more pure. For me, this is more football in its purest form and not cynical in the way that the Premier League's become, the way that men's football in general has become. And it's much, much more enjoyable for that reason. People say, oh, it's not quite as physical, it's not as fast, it's not as whatever it is. And yeah, all those things are true, but that's just biology. In terms of the game itself, it's brilliant. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward now. This is good play again. Caitlin Ford again over on that far side inside the penalty area. Cuts in field, maybe again delayed getting a shot or a pass away, but we have to pick the ball up again. Mariona now just inside the box, plays it out to the far side. Katie McCabe, she'll get a shot in. No, she won't. Again, Man United clear it away. Leah Volti with a shot. Oh, it's just wide. Doesn't get many goals. She's already got a 1 goal a season goal this season already, but she wanted to get another one there. Wasn't far away. And this is good pressure from Arsenal. You do feel, I know we've said it plenty of times before and it hasn't happened, but you do feel a goal's coming here. And that was as close as we've come in this second half. Leah Volti, good shot there. Only just gone wide of that far post. I'm not sure the goalie would have got there. She really got older. In fact, if Leslie Russo ducked out of the way, in fact, it's down the outside of the post. I think it has actually. Leslie Russo ducked out of the way. If she'd actually managed to divert it the other way, it may have gone in. Herman's River says, good morning from Toronto. How are you? I'm very good, my friend. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see everyone from all over the world, actually. We do get people from everywhere watching us here, which is good. Terry says, what we unlucky is a good effort. It was a good effort. It was a really, really good effort. And Arsenal have been in control of this second half. We just got an injury there to Beth Mees and just come on. It was a challenge there by Gabby George, I think it was. And it was, I don't even think it was given as a free kick. It was a free. I'm sure that was a free kick. Anyway, not sure it was given as a free. Oh, was it? It may well have been actually. Oh, it is a free kick. Yeah, it looked like it had to be a free kick. It was a bit of a late challenge there from Gabby George on Beth Mead. It's about midway inside the Manchester United half, just slightly over to that left-hand side. We've played just over 10 minutes of this second half, in fact, nearly 11 minutes now. And it's been good from Arsenal, but we're still waiting for this breakthrough. This free kick is going to be Katie McCabe whips in. It's a good ball. It cuts the edge of 6-yard box. Again, Man United defend it well. They have defended well in this game. Now they can try and bring the ball forward, but Arsenal pick it up again. That was with Emily Fox. Steph Catty plays it forward up this near side. It's headed out by Gabby George. It's a throw to Arsenal. Rihanna says if Russo had just touched that ball, it would have gone in. It would have done, yeah. She almost moved her head out of the way. Probably because she thought it was going in anyway. But yeah, if she managed to just get a flick on it, it would have probably gone in. Terry says, see how hard Mido is. None of this Man U time wasting malarkey. You know, exactly. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward again. Well, a bit of a shirt pull there on Leigh Russo. It's outside the box. It's going to be a yellow card. It was Millie Turner there. Picks up a yellow card for a shirt pull. It's just outside the box there on this near side. It was Russo again causing a problem. He's had a good game. Leigh Russo managed to get the wrong side of Millie Turner. And she just pull her shirt there. And it's just outside the box. It's a free kick to Arsenal. Good refereeing, actually, because the ball was in possession of Arsenal, but obviously the momentum of Leigh Russo's run had been stopped. Anyway, I've also got this free kick right on the edge of the box, but it is on this near side. So it's not a shooting position, but it's definitely a good crossing position. It's like a corner, but about 15 yards closer in to the penalty area. Looks like it might be Katie McCabe with it, as though it is a corner. Just on the edge of the penalty area here, Katie McCabe with her arms in the air. He's going to take this. She does take it towards the near post. Again, it's a Man United head. It's not really cleared away. A shot on the turn there from Emily Fox. I think it was cleared away. Man United clear it away again, but it's still Arsenal coming forward. Again, it's Leigh Russo. He's going to try a shot from distance, tries to clip it into the box. It's a good bit of play there. Comes back up this near side. This is good from Arsenal. Katie McCabe finds Mariona Caldente, gets across in towards the far post, but there's 3 Man United defenders there to head that one away. Arsenal not attacking that ball anywhere enough there. Anyway, this is good pressure from Arsenal, showing real intensity here. Can we get the quality as well to match? Try and get this goal. That ball played up this near side. Katie McCabe is still on this near side, having taken that free kick, and now it's a throw to Arsenal. Herman says, blooming daylight saving here. We've got it as well. We've got it as well, which isn't really saving any daylight, is it? It's the other way around. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward again. Emily Fox with a cross on this near side, header at the near post. Again, Manchester United defend it well and scramble the ball clear. It's going to be another throw to Arsenal. Virginia says, Mariona not shooting. No, she's not. Terry says the goal is coming. It feels like it. It feels like the goal is coming. Let's hope it is. We're coming up towards the hour mark. We may well see a few more changes very shortly for Arsenal. But as things stand, we're playing well. It's all Arsenal here. We're winning the ball high up the pitch. Man United can't get out. Oh, that's a poor clearance. Come straight to Caitlin Ford. Try a shot. Just try a shot. She's got the ball again now, Caitlin Ford. Again, she tried to find Leigh Russo. Have a shot. Somebody, please, have a shot. You know, Man United now on the counter-attack, but Arsenal going to deal with that pretty well. No problem there at all. Yes, come on. We need to get some more shots away from the edge of the box. We're getting into some great positions. No one's prepared to take that responsibility. Leah Volti did a little while ago, almost scored. So come on, let's try and be a little bit more positive when we get there. And we're also coming forward again over on that far side. Katie McCabe's done well. And Arsenal are looking for this breakthrough. Candice says, come on, you Gunners, we will win. I can feel it. Yeah, I think we can all feel it. We can all feel something's happening. Is it going to happen now with this attack? Beth Mead on this near side. Plays the ball forward. That's a good ball, but Arsenal picks it up now. Mariona Caldente on this near side goes towards the byline. Ball back across, cut back in field. Finds Leah Volti's come as close as anyone to scoring in this second half. Managed to win a throw. I certainly don't think Gabby George has done her England chances any harm at all with her performance today. left back for Manchester United. I think she had a really, really good game. Anyway, there's going to be 2 more changes for Manchester United. Mallard is coming on, and Mannion's one of the players to go off. And it is Rivier's coming on, and Ella Toon's going off as well. Didn't really have much impact on this game, did she? Ella Toon. Maybe not in the best of form at the moment, is she, Ella? Another player that's maybe suffering a little bit of a Euros hangover, so I'm not very happy to go off, but it is Melvin Mallard, the French striker. Ella Toon not looking happy at all to be taken off, but I say she didn't have much impact on that game at all, did she? Greg says we need 2 strikers, a sacrifice of midfield play. No, I agree. I think we do. Ella Toon doesn't look happy at all, does she, sitting there? But anyway, you needed to play better, mate. That's what you need to do. And then you'd stay on the pitch, maybe. But you had no, it wasn't really her fault necessarily. I did think Man United wouldn't give her the ball much. But anyway, Man United are in possession now. Are those changes for them going to make them a little bit more threatening? Because so far, Daphne's been an absolute spectator in the second half. I don't think she's touched the ball yet. We haven't even got it back to her so she can kick it. 61.5 minutes on the clock. It is still 0-0. Arsenal are much the better team, but it's no good being a better team if you don't score, is it? It's just no good at all. Ultimately, you've got to score a goal. That's what football is. In case you didn't know, football isn't about keeping possession of the ball, moving it sideways and backwards. No, it's about scoring goals. And the team that scores the most goals wins the game. And if you don't score a goal, there's no way you can win. And Arsenal are coming forward looking for that goal. We'll play that with near side to Beth Mead. Done well since she's come on. Plays it back to Emily Fox. Now that's a nice little reverse ball forward to Leah Volti. Now it's with Mariona Caldente. That's a great ball. Emily Fox inside the box. Can she put it back? Leslie Russo. Oh, it's in. Russo's got the goal against their old club. She doesn't really celebrate too much, but it's a goal and it was a great move. Emily Fox with the assist, pulled it back, and Leslie Russo just went beyond the goalkeeper. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. The goal that's been coming for the last 15 minutes is finally here. And of course, it can only mean one thing, our favourite moment. Really good stuff there. Oh, the goalkeeper maybe will feel she should have done better there, but we don't care. It was lovely from Russo, lovely from Emily. Actually, probably just a little bit out of her reach, actually. It was a good finish. Terry says, Russo had to be Russo, says Greg. Indeed, it had to be Russo. She's had a good game. She's looked a threat, and she's finally got the goal. 63 minutes, and Arsenal coming forward again, looking to kill this off. We've been a much, much better team. Terry says, now let's go stuff them. Rajendra says, just when Man United made changes to start attacking us. Indeed, yeah, and sometimes that happens, isn't it? But that's taking a risk, isn't it? It's taking a gamble. Man United took the gamble. For them, it hasn't played off. And sometimes that's what happens, isn't it? Grot says, finally, it's kind of hanged in the air, as we say over here. Yeah, it took a long time to go in. Candy says, Russo. Indeed, Miss Pinksot says, Russo. Greg says, she deserved that. She's been working so hard. Indeed, she did. Chan says, 1-0 to the Arsenal. Indeed, it is. And Daphne finally gets a touch of the ball in this second half. Candy says, yes, Greg, she really deserves it. She does, indeed. She's had a good game today, worked hard up there, and finally got a reward. And there's a lesson there, isn't there, to any player, any striker. You might not always get the opportunities come your way, but if you keep working, keep getting into the positions, keep doing your job, eventually the goal will come, and that's reward for your work, isn't it? That's what's happened to Leslie there. She's been rewarded. Arsenal have been rewarded for what's been a good second half performance, and it is 1-0. And Arsenal are set from very, very important 3 points if we can hang on to this lead, or I bet still increase it. It is a free kick to Manchester United. Maya Letitia is going to take it, and it's long into the Arsenal penalty area. Too long. It's gone behind. Oh, in fact, it's a corner. Gabby Jordan was trying to get in there, but it must have come off an Arsenal defender. He's going to be a corner to Manchester United. Herman says, bravissimo, Russo. Il Grande Madonna. I don't know what that means, but it's probably good, isn't it? Yeah, it's a corner to Manchester United, so we need to be switched on. It's going to be Grace Clinton to take it. Goes long towards the 6-yard box, and definitely comfortable there to grab that. No problem at all. El Loco says, Russo very well deserved. Credit to Foxy also. She opened their defence. Fine player, Foxy, and cute. So she's definitely a great player. Absolutely, she is. It was a good play for Mariona as well. Lovely ball through to Foxy on the run. And a lovely pullback and a good finish, a good goal. Really good team goal. And Arsenal in front. We need to build on this now, don't we? We need to build on this and kill the game off, get the second goal. Tooney's looking even less happy now, going off. And as soon as she goes off, Arsenal score. And it's her best friend that scored the goal as well. So I'm sure they'll have a good laugh about that later on tonight. Or whenever. I don't know. Arsenal will probably be travelling back. Anyway, we've got a game Friday, of course, against Brighton. Another big game. Another game we have to win. And us coming forward again. Emily Fox striding forward. Plays the ball up this near side to Beth Mead. A little bit hard, or cross. It's a good cross, actually. And header comes in from Leigh Russo again, but it's gone wide. And another chance goes begging. We need this second goal, don't we? We need this second goal. Absolutely, we do. And let's hope that we can get it. Let's see what substitutions Renee's got up her sleeve. Good ball from Fox. Good cross from Beth Mead. Oh, actually, Leigh should have done a bit better with that. She was leaning back a little bit where she headed it, but maybe she needed to get that on target, maybe. It was a good cross. And she had a little bit more time maybe than she realised. And she couldn't quite get enough on it, and it's gone behind for a goal kick. Anyway, Renee's back on her feet again in the technical area over on that far side. Katie McCabe takes the throw. Headed out by Manchester United, but Arsenal picked up the ball again over on that far side. Caitlin Ford plays it forward to Leigh Russo, who's in a wide position, won the throw in line with the penalty area. Maya Letitia came across there. And it is Leigh Russo's goal against her former club. El Loco says, keep scoring goals and keep Renee in the job. We love her. I don't think she will keep the job. I don't think she will, and I don't think she should really. We might as well just keep Jonas. Herman says, Mead's a great lady. Well, they all are. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward again. Let's see if we can get the second goal. Steph Catley's ball forward, touched off. Back to Leigh Russo. She tries a shot from distance, and it's gone just wide of that far post. Russo wants more goals. He's hungry for more goals. That one just went wide, but again, it's good play from Arsenal. And Leigh Russo did shoot from the edge. I mean, I got a deflection off Maya Letitia, actually. Oh, that wasn't too far away. I don't know what the goalie's dive for, their arms by her side like that. Anyway, it was a goal kick. I do think it did get a deflection. But anyway, we're winning 1-0, so we're not that bothered, are we, at the minute? But we do need the second goal because we've seen how fragile a 1-0 lead can be. But this has been a really good second half performance from Arsenal. Thoroughly deserved to be in front. And we just need to keep focused, keep concentrated, and make sure that we don't do anything stupid, but we just won the ball back. And let's get that second goal. That's a free kick, referee. Foul there by Grace Clinton on Caitlin Ford. And it is going to be a free kick to Arsenal, so I'm going to have the opportunity to get the ball back into the box again. She was maybe a little bit too keen there, Grace Clinton. She's done that a couple of times. She's committed a few fouls, hasn't she? El Loco says, Russo's always hungry. She's a fighter. Problem is her technique lets her down. So I'm like, yeah, sometimes. I think she's had a good game today. Anyway, it's a free kick to Arsenal over on that far side. Arsenal's left, midway inside the Manchester United half. Opportunity here to get this second goal, which will really seal things, won't it? Free kick comes in. It's a decent ball. Headed away by Manchester United. Comes to Arsenal playing inside the box, and the shot comes in. Comes back out to Leah Volti, but again, Manchester United scramble it clear, and Arsenal just can't quite get that second goal. Bring that to that far side again to Steph Catley, still forward, crosses it in. It's a decent ball. Header comes in from Leah Williamson, but the goalkeeper's there. And comfortable there. Mr. Orange Justice says, Arsenal, I'm back once again. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. It's been a good second half this from Arsenal. 70 minutes on the clock. It is 1-0. Mariona now in possession. See, she has had more influence dropping into that central position. It makes you wonder why she doesn't start the game there. It's twice in a row now where she's come on in the second half, moved more centrally and we've finally got the goals, or the goal in this case. There may well be more goals to come. We'll see. Well, it's not a great ball there, is it, over on that far side? And Manchester United, who haven't had an attack in the second half. Dominic Janssen gives the ball away again. Caitlin Falls now switch wings to this near side. They do that sometimes, don't they? Arsenal's two wide players. They do tend to switch sides quite a bit. Now the ball's gone back to Daphne Van Domselaar to give her something to do, because she had nothing to do in the second half. Daphne, she might as well just got a little fold up chair out, sat down, had a cup of tea, because she had nothing to do. And now they're giving her a couple of little touches of the ball just to keep her warm, I think, because she must be freezing. Get her a cup of tea, shall we? Someone go and buy Daphne a cup of tea. Yeah, she takes the ball off now to Leah Williamson. Strides the ball forward for Arsenal, plays a nice ball forward. Flicked on by Caitlin Ford, and now it's kind of come all the way across here to Emily Fox again. Going to try a shot, is she? No, she didn't. She ran into a little bit of trouble there. And Man United do clear the ball away, but not for long. They can't keep possession, Man United, at all. Arsenal are dominating this game. Let's just get the goals that we deserve. Emily Fox plays it back to Leah Volti. Now it's in to Mariona again. Emily Fox coming forward. Oh, it wasn't a great ball, actually. Maybe Emily Fox didn't quite anticipate it enough and sort of slowed down. And Gabby George can clear it away. Only as far as Leah Williamson. Terry says, come on, chat, hit that like button. You hit the like button. Give us a like. Why not? What have you got to lose? Nothing. And we are winning the game at the end of the day, and that's what's important, isn't it? And Man United again managed to scramble the ball away, but now they can maybe try and launch a counter-attack. Again, Arsenal quickly into the tackle there. Leigh Russo picks the ball up. This is really good stuff from Arsenal. I think was that Leah Volti won that challenge? Or was it Kim Little? One of those two in there that we're saying shouldn't be playing together. But second half, it's worked well. It's worked well all over the pitch in this second half. We've been brilliant. And we're looking now to try to get that second goal. We've got a throw in over on that far side. Are we going to see some changes from Renee? Let's see. Anyway, we've played 73 minutes here at the Leigh Sports Village. And there seems to be an injury to it's the Manchester United goalkeeper with an injury. So we're going to get a break in play by the goalkeeper here, can get herself some treatment. Looks like a foot injury. And the players from both teams have gone over to that far side to get a drink and some tactical instruction from the coach. I don't know if Man United are looking at making a substitution now. It doesn't look as though Arsenal are going to be making too many changes yet. And Millie Turner has gone down injured as well. So the two of them are both sitting on the grass next to each other inside the penalty area, both getting some treatment. But it's Leigh Russo's goal that separates the teams here. And we've got, just over 15 minutes to play. And they're just showing the goal again. Emily Fox pulled it back, and Russo's first time shot into the far corner. She didn't overly celebrate, did she? You could see how pleased she was. She didn't overly celebrate, and it's a great goal. And Arsenal are in front. But still, lots of football to be played later in this game. Anyway, the injuries have been sorted out. The goalkeeper's back up again, and I'm sure she's going to be fine. El Loco says Arsenal should be 2 or 3 up by now. Man U playing like the away side. Wish Arsenal can buy the sand striker Femby. She's absolutely skinned. Yeah, no, it's that South African lady. She did, yeah, she was brilliant. Herman says Arsenal should try to get a very talented Dutch player named Kukalia. I think she impressed the hell out of me being a teenager. I have to find out more about her. I know we'll have to look into that, my friend. Thank you for mentioning her. We'll find out about her. Terry says there must be at least 30 minutes of Man U time wasted add on at the end. Regina says Renee telling him to think smart after scoring a goal. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, just keep your head switched on. Don't let it go. Don't get too carried away just because you've scored a goal. They always say, don't they? You're most vulnerable in any game when you've just scored, because you just maybe switch off for 2 seconds because you've scored, and that elation of scoring. And it's important that you can concentrate even more straight after you've scored. Anyway, Leah Williamson plays that ball forward. It's cut out though. Suddenly Man United now looking dangerous on the counter. They've got a player over on that far side. Great play in midfield again. That's a great tackle. And now Kim Little can drive the ball forward. Finds Beth Mead on this near side. Arsenal played so well in this second half. They really have. It's been one of our best performances of the season so far, which not that there's been much competition for good performances this season because we've been generally quite poor. But this second half has been really, really good. Much more like the Arsenal that we expect to see. And has the corner been turned? Was that West Ham victory before the international break? Has that been the thing that's really turned that corner for us? I hope so. It looks that way, doesn't it? Looking for the way we've played today. Jerry says, Russo's work rate is incredible. She runs non-stop. She does, yeah. Tooney's still fuming. She's still fuming, yeah. What a shame, especially as her mates just scored as well. She'll be gutted, won't she? Anyway, here's a throw over on that far side. And there's 2 more changes for Manchester United. Turlan's going off, made no impact at all in this second half. Steener's coming on for Arsenal as well, which is always a great moment. It's Bizet is coming off for Williams, and Gaze is coming on for Turland. This Man United's attack, this hasn't got going in the second half. But that's down to us as much as anything, isn't it? The way that we've played. So Steener's coming on. So who do we think's going off? It's going to be the goal scorer, Leigh Russo. Brilliant, brilliant performance from her. And Stina Blackstenius is coming on. And I'm sure she's going to get that second goal. What do we think? She's not scored for Arsenal this season. She did score for Sweden, of course, in the international break. Terry says Stina at last, indeed. But well played, Leigh Russo today. Brilliant from her. She's got the important goal that could well be the match winner. And didn't she take it well? And great stuff from Leigh Russo today. But Stina's on now. We know what a threat she is, especially running in behind. But Leigh Russo should be very, very pleased and proud of her performance today. She was brilliant. Ran herself into the ground for 77 minutes. And now Stina's got to take on that mantle, try and get that second goal. Terry says, why is she taking Russo off? Well, probably because she just wants to do a like for like. We're not chasing the game, are we? We don't need 2 strikers on now. We're not chasing the game, are we? So that's a sensible sub for me. Russo's run herself into the ground. She's worked so hard. Get some fresh legs up there. I think that's a sensible decision in this particular game with the way that it's gone in the second half. Herman says, Claudia Kelly might want to come to Arsenal where she hasn't been used a lot. Oh, Chloe Kelly. Well, maybe, yeah, I'm not sure. She used to play for Arsenal, didn't she, Chloe Kelly? I'm sure she did. Anyway, it's gone out for another throw to Arsenal over on that far side. 12 minutes of normal time to play. There'll be a bit more stoppage time in this second half, won't there? Because there's been those injuries, a couple of injuries, and obviously been a goal, a bunch of substitutions. Anyway, Arsenal now in possession over on that far side. Well, the ball didn't go out of play. KMK thought it had. And now Manchester United can try and come forward over on that far side. Arsenal again win the ball back. In fact, the rest called it back for a free kick. Terry says, why are we scared to play the pair of them together? Well, I don't think we are necessarily in this game. The reasoning in this game is because Leigh Williams just gone down, which is okay. Because we don't need to chase the game. We need to keep a sensible team structure. So in this particular game, I think that's fine to do that substitute. Usually, I would like to see them both together. But if we're chasing the game, get 2 strikers on. We're not chasing the game. So like for like sub in this particular instance is absolutely fine. We don't need to take risks, do we? Unnecessary risks now. We just need to be sensible, see this game through, and if we can get a second goal, even better. And we are coming forward now. Mariona Stina's making that run ahead of her. She's made a really good run, Stina, here. She can be found. Oh, unlucky that was there. But Arsenal do pick up the second ball. Beth Mead, Stina is still in the box where she likes to be. You almost feel that Stina needs a goal, doesn't she, this season? Herman says, hard work always brings result. Talent alone doesn't. Absolutely. I totally agree with that. Terry says, don't want Kelly anywhere near this club. I don't know about that. Jerry says, sensible sub. Russo is tired. She's a workaholic. Yeah, I mean, I think she's worked so hard today. But even if she wasn't tired, we don't need 2 strikers on now, do we? Because we're winning the game. We don't want to disrupt the defensive side of the team by taking off a more defensive player. If it's 0-0 or you're losing, of course, absolutely, throw everybody forward. In this game, we don't need to do it. So That's fine. I'm happy with that substitute in this particular game at this time. No problem at all. Terry says 1-5 win in my book ain't a risk. Well, yeah, but we're not going to necessarily win 5-1, are we? There's only 10 minutes to go. We just need to win this game. Let's get another goal, get the second one, seal it all up. Lovely job. Go home with a big 3 points, and let's move forward to the next game. Miss Pinkson's harsh tackle on it. It was, wasn't it? Pushed her right over, but anyway, she's fine, which is the main thing. Anyway, Maya Letitia is bringing the ball forward for Manchester United. She's got some support outside. It's a poor ball, but she doesn't get it back. McCabe, I think it was, gave it back to her. Manchester United, they're looking dangerous. This is where we have to be careful. Cross comes in, it's deflected. And now Arsenal should get it away, but not quite managed to. This is the best spell Man United have had in this second half. In fact, it's the first attack they've had for a very long time. Cross comes in, it's good defending there. It's going to be a corner, though, to Manchester United. It was Gacy there, the Brazilian. Katie McCabe's tackle on it is a corner. Anyway, it's a corner to Manchester United. We're into the last, 8.5 minutes of normal time. There's going to be a chunk of stoppage time, isn't there? And it's their first corner of the second half. Gabby George's corner. Header comes in. Oh, and it's a scrappy goal. Man United have equalised. Not sure who got the final touch on it. Is it Rachel Williams in front of Daphne Van Domselaar? And it's a really, really poor goal. And is it Mallard who scored? I'm sure she scored against us last season. And it's 1-1. And Man United certainly don't deserve that for this second half. That's their first attack they've had. The first corner that they've had, it came in. The first header was Rachel Williams, and then it's flicked on by Mallard. And Daphne couldn't get there. She's in front of the goalkeeper there, and it's a very scrappy goal. But it is the substitute, Melvin Mallard, who's got the equaliser. And Arsenal got it all to do now in the closing stages here. We don't deserve that at all, do we? We've been a much better team in this second half. And we don't deserve that at all. Terry says that's why we shouldn't have taken it. Yeah, but hindsight tells you that. At the time, it was the right decision. Even now, I still think it's the right decision. We played well and took the lead with one striker. We can do it again. But, you know, you can't make substitutions with hindsight, can you? Because hindsight isn't there. That's the whole point. It wasn't great goalkeeping, actually, from Daphne on that particular occasion. She was a bit unlucky, but anyway, Miss Pinksock says, no, indeed, no. Scrappy, scrappy, scrappy. But it's still a goal. And Manchester United now got their tails up a little bit. The crowd have got up as well. And from looking as though Arsenal are in complete control of this game, we were. Suddenly now we've got to find another goal from somewhere and get ourselves back into it. Grot says it was a much cleaner goal than it looked. Well, I don't know if it was really. I mean, she just flicked it on. It was not great defending, was it? The goalkeeper should just come and with everything and come out and get the ball. Really, for me, the goalkeeper's got to be more aggressive there. And it wasn't great from the goalkeeper, I didn't think. I mean, I love Daphne. I think she's brilliant, but she didn't exactly cover herself in glory there, unfortunately. And it wasn't great defending in front of her either. Nobody took control. It was a free header in the first place from Rachel Williams. Anyway, Arsenal have still got the quality. We know that we've dominated this second half. Oh, and there's an injury there to Emily Fox. And it's a free kick to Arsenal. Majandra says it's our Achilles heel. Headers from corners. It is indeed. Terry says, I said Friday 5-1. Renee's blown it, get her out. Well, she won't be here for much longer anyway. Herman says 2 more goals needed. Well, I would say we need 1 more to win the game now, don't we? We're into the last, 6 or 7 minutes of normal time. And you do feel as though 1 goal is going to be enough to win this. Herman says poor defence. It was poor defending. We've still got time, though, to win this game. And we've certainly played well enough in this second half to suggest that we can still get another goal. Emily Fox again, it was her assist, of course, for the goal from Leslie Russo. Now Beth Mead, and it's going to come forward here to Stina Blackstenius, plays it out to this near side. It's a good ball. Emily Fox touches it back. Sorry, it's placed back to Emily Fox. by Mariona. Has got the ball again. Plays it into the penalty area. This is good play. Ball comes in. Almost finds Steiner. Just cleared away again by Manchester United. They've defended well, Man United, you have to say. Have we been quite clinical enough in that final third? No. But we come again. Mariona now on this near side. Beth Mead's now gone very central. Emily Fox plays it back out to Mariona again. Come back square here to Leah Williamson. Lines up across towards the far post. Katie McCabe's coming in. Again, Manchester United clear it away, but Arsenal pick up the second ball. This is good stuff. But we need the goal. Katie McCabe again over on that far side. Holds off the challenge there, but loses the ball the second time. That's good play actually over on that far side. In fact, it's a free kick. And it's a yellow card for Katie McCabe. And she gets involved with the Brazilian Gase there. And she's just got a yellow card. She didn't need to get involved. And I think Katie McCabe might be getting sent off here. Or is it going to be Gase who's going to get a yellow card? There was no need for Katie McCabe to get involved in that at all. And it was a yellow card for both of them there. Bit unnecessary, really. Terry says, knock her out, Katie. No, don't, because you'll get sent off. We'll see. Grot says, sure, but to me, it first looked like it was bouncing off her grip. I didn't see the little header just in front. Yeah, it was a little header just in front. But the goalkeeper should come and get that. Absolutely no question at all. Anyway, Gacy's got a yellow card as well. And that's probably the end of that, hopefully. Anyway, Rosa Kafaji's just come on. Who's gone off? I didn't quite see. My guess would be probably either Kim Little or Leah Volti. In fact, Cooney Cross has come off a little. Caldente's gone off, Kafaji, and Hertig's come on for a fall. So Arsenal going for it now. Going for it now with 2.5 minutes to play to try and win this game. It's another corner, though, to Manchester United. We'll have to defend this first. Greg says that's more like Katie. Well, it is, but we don't want to see her get sent off, do we? Not now, not at this point in the game. Arsenal are going to be throwing away 2 points here. You have to say, not only because we were leading, but because of how well we were playing and how well we have played. Anyway, it's a corner to Manchester United again over on that far side. They did score from their last one. We're going to have to defend this one better. Comes in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Great hands there from Daphne under pressure. And it was from Mallard again who scored the goal for Manchester United. In fact, it's a free kick. And Daphne did well there. We're into the last 2 minutes of normal time. It's going to be 4 or 5 minutes of stoppage time, isn't it, in this second half? So we've still got time to find a winning goal. It was a very late goal here last year that got us a point. Is it going to be a late goal here this year that gets us the win that we deserve? You have to say we've deserved to win this game. Absolutely we have. We've been a much better team for much of it, certainly the second half. And did we think we'd done enough at 1-0? Maybe we did. You've never done enough at 1-0. Never done enough at 1-0, have you? Anyway, let's see. We are coming down towards the last minute of the 90. Manchester United now going to try and get themselves in front here, but that's a poor ball forward, easily dealt with. Beth Mead steps in. Well, that's not a great ball, actually, from Beth Mead. She works hard to try to win it back. But Manchester United now in possession. Gabby Jewell plays it in field. This is one of the longest spells of possession that Manchester United have had in this second half. Somehow they've managed to get an equaliser, get themselves level. And they certainly don't deserve it. And the ball played out to that far side. The ball played in again. Is it going to be a chance here? Cross shot comes in, but it's over the top. It's going to be a goal kick to Arsenal into the last minute of the 90. Grot says, I changed my bet to Hertig 93 minutes. Well, let's hope so. We're probably going to get at least 5 minutes of stoppage time, aren't we? You would imagine. Anyway, I think Leslie Russo is about to be given player of the match, and rightly so. I think she was brilliant when she was on. Got the goal, of course, to give Arsenal the lead, but now we've got to try and find another one. Leah Williamson's long ball forward. Steiner tries to hold it up. 2 defenders around and may not pick the ball up, but Arsenal won it again. Almost got Steiner in. She's, of course, scored a great goal here last season in that 2-2 draw. This game's heading towards a 1-1 draw. We're going to find out how much stoppage time there's going to be very, very shortly. 6 minutes. 6 minutes of stoppage time. So we've still got time. Man United player slips over in the penalty. The ball's gone behind. It's a goal kick to Arsenal. So we've got 6 minutes to try and win this now. And we deserve to win it, but unfortunately with football and with sport, you don't always get what you deserve, do you? So Terry says 6 minutes for Rene and Renata to put things right. Yes, little 80s reference there. Rene and Renata, of course, had a #1 hit in the UK with a song called Save Your Love, which was quite a strange #1 hit single, really, wasn't it? Anyway, Arsenal now back in possession again. Kyra Cooney cross, driving forward, plays the ball into Beth Mead. Emily Fox on the overlap, plays it forward. Stina just inside the penalty area. Can she get the cross in? She does get the cross in towards the far post. He's headed behind. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal. Come on, let's win this game. We deserve to win this game. Let's get what we deserve. There's still some work to do here. There's 5 minutes of stoppage time remaining. Can we get the goal? In fact, Millie Turner's been given player of the match. Well, that's fair enough. I thought she's been great, actually. But obviously, we wanted an Arsenal player to get it, which we were hoping might have been Leslie Russo. But anyway, Millie Turner's got it. But if Arsenal win this game, we don't care. This corner comes in. It's not a bad corner. Header comes in, or it finds all the way through to Stina Blackstenius, chips it back in towards the far post. Header comes in. It's going to be a chance. Oh, straight into the arms of the goalkeeper there. As Leah Williamson got herself in there. Didn't quite get enough power on that header. And it was comfortably saved by the goalkeeper. Good cross that was from Stina. Chipped it up towards that far post. It was headed on by Lena Hurtig and then Leah Williamson. Nick says there, time to clinch the winner. Indeed, it is time to clinch the winner. Be nice to get it now, wouldn't it? We are 4 minutes away from full time, and that is in stoppage time. We've played 2 minutes of the 4. Arsenal got a throw over on that far side. There's only one team looks like they want to try and win this game. For much of the second half, there's only been one team that's looked like they wanted to try and win this game. But somehow Manchester United have scrambled themselves level. And Arsenal are going to... This will be 2 points dropped. It's a tough away game that you'd have probably taken a draw beforehand. But I did say at the start, didn't I, that, you know, draws are only a good result maybe if you've come from behind. Or you don't play particularly well and you get away with one, like Manchester United have here. But there you go. Herman says that you never have time enough. Well, no, we may well run out of time. We've played half of the 6 minutes of stoppage time. So there is 3 minutes to play. Can Arsenal find the goal that we fully deserve? It is a free kick to Manchester United. Of course, now the danger is not to concede one. Because what we don't want to do is we don't want to concede and lose this game, because that would be an absolute disaster with how well we've played. Anyway, it's going to be Maya Letitia with this free kick. Plays it into towards the Arsenal penalty area. Over here, it's gone behind. It's a goal kick to Arsenal. Now we need to regroup, try and get one more big chance. One more big chance to score and win this game that we fully deserve. We've had some late winners in the past, haven't we? In fact, last time we was in Manchester, we got a late winner, didn't we, away at City. That was Stina Blackstenius. Is she going to do it again? But it's Man United coming forward at the moment. They seem quite happy to try to play for the draw, playing in that corner flag. You can see why. You can see why they're happy with a draw. Anyway, Rosa Kafaji just won the ball there, plays it forward, but it's not a great ball. And as quick as Stina is, she's never going to get on the end of that. May Letitia plays it back to the goalkeeper. Terry says, get sorted in now, whatever it costs. Well, I've said that. We need the best. She's the best. And you'd imagine that she would find a way to get this team to start winning these sort of games that we should be winning. There's 90 seconds left of stoppage time. Can Arsenal get one more big chance? One more big chance to win the game that we fully deserve to win. Leah Williamson goes long up this near side looking for Beth Mead, but it's headed away. And now Manchester United, maybe they might get one more chance to win it, but that's a poor ball. Leah Williamson scampers after this. We're into the last minute of stoppage time. Come on, Arsenal. One more big chance. We can still do this. Goes back to Daphne Van Domselaar. Plays it out to that far side. Steph Catley plays it forward and into the final few seconds here. We need to get the ball forward. We need to get it into the box. Steph Catley brings it forward, finds Rosa Kafaji. She's done well there. Now it's going to break here over on that far side to Lena Hurtig. She gets the cross in towards the near post, headed away by Maya Letitia. And that was a good cross there from Lena Hurtig. And now Arsenal going to pick the ball up again. We should one more chance maybe here. Leah Volti touches it off to Emily Fox. Kyra Cooney cross finds Leah Volti again. Gets out to that far side. We need to get the ball into the box, and we need to get it into the box quickly. Now it's played over again. It's Lena Hurtig over on this far side. Lena Hurtig having a run. She's gone around the outside. Can she get the cross in? She's won the corner. One last chance for Arsenal. Get the goalkeeper up. Get everybody up. Let's just try and win this game. Lena Hurtig's done well, actually, since she's come on. Not played much football in the last year or so. But this is Arsenal's last chance. The 6 minutes are up. This corner, and it's going to be it. Beth Mead with it. Is this going to be the moment for Arsenal to snatch this victory right at the death? This corner comes in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. The goalkeeper comes and punches it. It's going to come to the edge of the box. The shot comes in. Oh, it's just over the top from Leah Volti. And was that deflected? I don't think it was. I think that's our last opportunity to win it. Right at the death there from Leah Volti. She's had 2 efforts today. Almost brought the win there. In fact, I think the full-time whistle's gone. It's finished 1-1. And Man United have got so lucky in this game. And Matt Skinner there, you could see the way Mark Skinner saw the way he puffed his cheeks out at the end. He knows they've got away with one there, Manchester United. They had 1 effort on goal in the second half. They scored from it after we had dominated proceedings. Leslie Russo gave us the lead in the last 20 minutes. It looked as though that was going to be enough, but we couldn't hang on. And in the end, it was Melvin Mallard who got the equaliser. And it's finished here. Manchester United 1, Arsenal 1. And you have to say we deserved a lot more from that game. But that's been the story of this season in many ways. That's our 3rd draw already. We've drawn with Manchester City and Manchester United. In both games we did lead, and in both games we've thrown it away. And that shot at the end there from Leah Volti. Oh, it should have been a corner. That was going in and it was headed over the bar. Wow. That was even closer than we thought there from Leah Volti. It was on target. It was going in and it was a defender, Maya Letitia. He headed it over the top. Wow, there was late drama there, but not quite enough for Arsenal. We've dropped another 2 points. You could say a draw away at Manchester United generally is not a bad result, and it isn't, but we had to win. We dominated that game, and we just wasn't able to get it over the line and get the 3 points that we deserved and needed. Anyway, Rajendra says it was Kim who was bullied by Mallard and was prevented from getting the ball. It was, but the goalkeeper's got to come through everyone. You're the goalkeeper. You're always protected. Just come through and get that ball. And she didn't. And, yeah, 170 going says title is over. Yes, potentially. Let's see what happens with the rest of the games this weekend. Tashi says, will we ever get freaking top 3 this season? Well, we don't need to be in the top 3 yet, do we? Not till the end of the season. But anyway, 3 points thrown away by us yet again. Arteta and Menhe out now. Well, I mean, it was 2 points thrown away. But, yeah, we should have won. Why we keep playing Marne? Well, she didn't have a great game today, but she's done her job plenty of times before. Tashi says we're bottlers. I don't know if we're bottlers. We just didn't get that game over the line, did we, when we fully deserved to? The Man United substitutes made the difference. And as maybe didn't this time. And he says, anyway, it's a great show, Rich, and see you for Champions League. Enjoy your Sunday, everyone. And yourself, and enjoy your Sunday, what's left of it. Greg says, United are smiling as if they've won the game. Well, of course they are. They've got away with murder there, haven't they? They've absolutely got away with murder there. They should have been 3 or 4-0 down, and they've scraped a draw. So, of course, they're going to be happy, aren't they? You know, you saw their manager at the end. Anyway, Johnny says, I am King Kai FC. Well, there you go. So Arsenal currently sit 5th with 9 points from 6 games. Looking at that, you do have to say the title probably is over. We're 5 points behind the leaders, Manchester City. We're 3 behind Chelsea, but they've got 2 games in hand. Tashi says there's such a poor goal to concede. How are we so poor at defending set pieces? Yeah, it was a really poor goal, absolutely. Grot says, see you next time. Now I have to run home and prepare for the next game. We're in and out. Good stuff, my friend. Keep going. We'll see you very soon. Terry says, and have a good rest of your weekend indeed. Majandra says, man could have won if those players we finished the game with. Man, you could, well, maybe, I mean, you don't really, substitutions come at a time in a game when you need to make them. And Man United needed to make them, and they did, and it's paid off. If they were winning a game or it was drawing at that point, would they have made the same subs? Probably not. Majandra says, seeing this game, we will indeed, my friend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Terry says, latest to Miss Pink Socks, indeed. Yeah, disappointing. It's disappointing, isn't it? Because I thought we played really well in that game. Even in the first half, we played well. We couldn't get the goal. And in the second half, we did get the goal, which we fully deserved. And at that point, you thought, we are going to go on and win this game. But we wasn't able to, was we? Miss Pink Sock says, thanks, everyone. And says, see you to Terry. Yeah, I mean, it was frustrating, isn't it? It's really, really frustrating that we haven't come away with all 3 points. I'm sure Rene will feel disappointed. El Loco says, Man U score with their only shot at goal. We let them in. Do better, DV, or better DVD. Well, yeah, DVD didn't do too well there. I agree. David says, going better than Jonas time. Well, I don't know about if it's getting better. I'm not sure if it did get better. If it has got better, I don't think it's a lot different, actually. We played well today, but we still can't defend set pieces. Balls into the box are still causing us loads of problems. And yeah, it's just not good enough, is it? As Jules says there, United bad team, but Arsenal now have nothing. But we have something. We have a point, not enough. But yeah, we're really unlucky there. And actually, looking at it again, is it actually Daphne's fault? Yeah, Kim Little's right in front there. Kim Little's got to be stronger. And she wasn't. So yeah, maybe that's Kim's fault as much as anything else. Yeah, Daphne was a bit uncertain, though, wasn't she? It was a pretty fortunate goal. There's no doubt about it. But anyway, that goal shouldn't, in the end, have made any difference because we should have been already 2 or 3 up with the chances that we had with the way that we played. But we wasn't. We're not, and we lost. Well, we didn't lose. We drew when we should have won. It feels like a loss, doesn't it? It feels like a loss. Anyway, Renee is here, and she's getting a good applause from the Arsenal fans. Let's listen to what she's got to say.
Not to get 3 points, but about the way your team did approach this game today. That's why we're so disappointed, because I think we approached the game the way we wanted to approach the game. I think we created really good momentum at the start of the second half. That's why we're disappointed. We do a lot of things really well today. I think we bring intensity. We have good communication on the pitch. We wanted to be ruthless in both boxes, and I think we defend that process really well. So a lot of positives. So that's why we're disappointed we didn't get 3 points. We've just looked at the goals there. We looked at the one for Alessia Russo, and Ellen said it looked like she was playing with a bit of a point to prove today. That looked like Alessia Russo back at her best. Yeah, I think Alessia is always a fantastic player. Obviously, as a player, experience of time when you are at your best, and you also struggle sometimes. But I see Alessia every day. She works really hard. She's fantastic player to work with. So Arsenal here today that these fans want to see. They want to see that style of football. Is this something you want to take now forward into the games against Juventus and obviously the North London derby as well? Yeah, I think and again, the players want to play a type of football. So it's also owned by the players at the club. It's the Arsenal way, we call it. And I think we see a lot of things today on the pitch. So we definitely want to people do a lot of things that we can play. Rennie, in terms of your mindset as interim manager, what have you kind of set yourself as goals over these 5 games? Perform as well as possible. Make sure the group is together and we're doing things together. Create wins, big wins, small wins. Could be anything. Obviously, we want 3 points, but it could be small wins in the training week, but things we're doing well, and then create momentum. And I think we created really good momentum before the international break. A lot of players did really well for the national team as well, so we wanted to keep on going. And I think performance-wise, we do that today. But we wanted to do it. I think it's an honor to work for Arsenal, and I've done it now for a year and a couple of months in another role, obviously, before, and I love that role as well. I just love working with the team. Yeah.
Has it given you a taste for it though? Has it made you want this job potentially on a permanent basis?
It's a big role. There's a lot of things to it. I love doing it at the moment. While the role is given to me, I try to do my best and get the most out of the players for this role.
Renee, thank you so much for coming over here. I'm also very impressed you could hear us because it's incredibly loud. These fans have given you an incredible reception. I'll let you go and talk to your players. Thank you so much for joining us.
So that was Renee Slegers there, just sort of, yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I thought we played well today. I don't think you can really necessarily blame the manager for the result. We need to be more clinical, but you can see the steps in the right direction that we've made with the performance today. Yes, we're still conceding a daft goal from a set piece. We're still not taking the chances that we should be taking. But, you know, overall, I was reasonably happy with how we played today. Felt a bit unfortunate there. Like I said, in my opinion, there's a difference in the team than under Jonas. Baby steps, but Renee seems to be in the right direction. Well, yeah, it seems to be. I thought today was a step in the right direction. I think the previous two games that she managed, although we won them both, there didn't seem to be a lot different. We would have won those two games under Jonas. I don't think there's much doubt about that. We may well have won today under Jonas. We won't know. But I thought today it was more of a step in the right direction with the way that we played, especially in the second half, away at a good side as well. But ultimately, we've come up short. We didn't get the result, which is frustrating, as Renee said. Stone says, hey, just want to say thanks to the viewer who recommended VPN for me in Canada, now able to watch. Oh, good stuff. And I'm glad that you popped in to see us as well, which is, I can't remember who it was that recommended it, but yeah. Herman says, Netherlands won 15-0 against Indonesia. Did they? Well, Indonesia aren't up so much, let's be honest. Terry says, Renee being clapped by the fans. What's wrong with half of these Arsenal fans? Should be booing, not cheering. What's wrong with winning nowadays? Well, nothing's wrong with winning, obviously, but I thought today the girls and the manager deserve applause. I thought we played well. You can't win every game. We were unlucky today. And yes, we've got to improve the two ends of the pitch. That's important. We've got to take more of the chances that we create, and we've got to not concede those stupid goals. But overall, I think that the team played well today. I was impressed with how we set about the game today, especially in the second half. Tashi says, too much intricacy around the opposition box. I love Caldente, but could anyone explain to me why she never takes it? Well, exactly, yeah, I agree. We said that in the first half 2 or 3 times. She had opportunities to shoot and she didn't. El Loco says, you've got to hand it to Renee. She's a very good communicator and even has a bit of a British accent. Well, she does, yeah. I mean, you know, she's Dutch and most people in Holland do speak good English, don't they? But yeah, I mean, we were unfortunate there. Really, really unfortunate. But there you go. Tashi says, so close and yet so far away. I mean, that's kind of been the story of how things have been for us, really. Grot says, when will you be on next time? On Wednesday, Champions League. Arsenal are playing Inter Milan. So we'll be here for that 7:45 UK time. So join us for that if you can. So yeah, it's been a frustrating end to the game. Let's be honest. We should obviously have won. We didn't win. We drawn 1-1. Frustrating, but you know, I thought we played really well, especially in the second half. We played really well. And hopefully it's something that we can build on now going forward. We've got some big games to come, of course, a North London derby. And obviously a Champions League game as well. So, yeah, we need to take the positives from this performance, work on the things that still need to be worked on, obviously, try to find that better balance in the midfield and in the attack. And then we're in the right direction. Yes, the league title now looks a long way off, let's be honest. We've only lost 1 game, but too many draws. Too many draws in games we should be winning. Everton at home we should have won. We should have won today. Man City at home we were winning. Okay, it was a late equaliser in the end, but we maybe could have won that game. So, yeah, we've dropped points we shouldn't have dropped. But let's see. We can only keep... It is small steps, isn't it? As we said before, it is small steps moving forward and trying to improve everything around the place. So when the new manager does come in, they're coming into a really good environment as opposed to what it was like in the last few weeks of Jonas's reign, where it didn't look a happy place to be. Renee seems to have starts to have moved that in the right direction. Hopefully by the time the new manager comes in, it will be a better environment for everybody and we can push on from there. Terry says, don't get me wrong, we did play well, but we lost in my eyes again. It just ain't good enough. No, we threw away the win. Absolutely poor defending, but I don't think as a manager, or even individual players, you can do a lot more than we did today. Yes, okay, we could have scored 3 or 4 goals, obviously, but I think that overall the game plan was right, the tactics were right. It would have been the perfect away performance had we managed to get the win. So yeah, a lot of positives from that. I'm not too disappointed with how that game went. It's just obviously not winning. There was a frustration. Herman says there was a reason for that. Because Indonesia lost 15-0. Grot says, absolutely, see you then. The day after, it's Jurgen Gard Panathinaikos live, but the game doesn't kick off until 21 local time. Oh, good stuff. Herman says, I watched Lauren Hemp. What a player. Lauren Hemp's brilliant. Yeah, I mean, we're unlucky today. We were unlucky today, but ultimately we haven't won the game when we should have done. And yeah, we've come away with a 1-1 draw, which isn't a disaster in the overall scheme of things, but it's not enough of what we needed, and it was such a poor goal to concede. But anyway, it's not been a great weekend overall, has it, for us? So let's be honest. But things will get better. So thanks for watching, everybody. Really enjoyed your company. Thanks for all your comments, as always. Been great to have you with us. If you have enjoyed the show, please give it a like before you go. If you are new here, please consider subscribing. We're back on Wednesday. It's called Champions League, Inter Milan versus Arsenal. 8 o'clock kickoff. We'll be about 7:45 for that one. So please join me for that. The Arsenal Women's Show Thursday. Arsenal Women in Action Friday against Brighton. That's going to be good. Join us for that. Of course, Sunday, the men are playing away at Chelsea next Sunday. So a big week, a busy week on the channel. Busy week for Arsenal. So join us for all of that if you can. It'd be great to have your company with us. Greg says, I think the subs disrupted our flow. Yeah, maybe they did today. Herman says, take the ball by the horns indeed. Grot says, have a nice day, man, yourself, my friend. And El Loco says, Arsenal creates loads of chances but haven't got a killer striker. Good away point. Well, it's an all right away point. Should have been 3. Terry says, fed up with making excuses for this club, men and women. Still, it's not making excuses. Sometimes you've got to accept that it wasn't your day. I mean, and today I thought it was, a new manager, well, not a new manager, but we've got an interim manager's come in difficult circumstances, trying to steady the ship, doing an okay job. But let's see. Grot says Juventus will be like taking candy from a toddler. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. But it's not about making excuses. It's about just facing up to the reality of it. Today we were really unlucky. But sometimes you make your own luck. You've got to defend better. You've got to attack better. And you've got to take your chances and kill the game off. And that's the one thing that we haven't managed to do enough of, certainly in the last year or so. And we didn't today. But positive signs there. And hopefully it's something to build on for the next games that we've got coming up, which is going to be really important. So, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. I've enjoyed your company. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And enjoy the rest of your weekend, what's left of it. The women tried their best to cheer us up, didn't they, and send us into the new week on a high. Didn't quite happen in the end, but a decent performance over it. Finished 1-1. Leslie Russo with Arsenal's goal. Melvin Mallard with the late equaliser for Manchester United. We've drawn here again. Maybe we should have won, but there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you Wednesday. Champions League, of course, for the men. Inter Milan versus Arsenal. That's going to be good. And, of course, Friday, the women are back in action against Brighton at the Emirates. Good stuff. All going to be good stuff. Join me for all of that. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Come on, you guys. Thanks for watching, guys.